4 months of insanity and I would not have missed a second.
Patrol.
Hello, chatto! It's Tuesdat, and coming up today on Building a Nation with Sirens of Malta. It needs no introduction, but I'm going to give it one anyway. We're in the Champions League final for the first time in the save. We face off against Manchester United. We're probably going to get clobbered, but what can you bloody do? In other news, sweet year in action in a Conference League final. That is our first port of call. All that and more coming up today with a perfectly executed intro on Building a Nation. Stirrups! And so on. Suited and muted. You love to see it. You got to do suits at least for the first one. Jesus. Ironic Christian, thank you very much for the 26 months. Ashman, thank you for the 25 bit. We catch up a little bit here as well. Fallen Down, thank you for the follow and for the tier 1 immediately. That's very kind of you, sir. Thank you so much, friend. Roy Tilly tweeted, it could happen. Tie, suit, Fulham Hawaiian shirt. It's all you need. Basically, I don't own a lot of nice shirts for obvious reasons. I sit in front of you lot for my job. Like James with the 41 months as well.
Of watching you joke about loving doing the dirty with pasta and sticking your feet in pasta sauce.
That might be me.
It might be time to get checked or put in a straitjacket. Who knows?
Yes. I see no problem with that at all. Backup trombone and a bad scar. Yes. I'll have you know I was first trombone, but then I had I took a trombone to the knee and such. It's cool with this funky shirt. Literally, it is fully that. It is a Fulham Hawaiian shirt. Yes. I realise you can't actually see most of the Fulham badges. There you go, on my right shoulder. You can get them for loads of them. Like, this was when Fulham were in the EFL. I bought this, so it was a lot of EFL clubs that you could get them for. But I'm pretty certain they do them for clip-on tie. No, it's actually a really bad tie. Look, let me just show you how bad this tie is. It twists here, and there's not a lot I can really do about it. I hate having a top button because I've got a fat neck, even when I'm skinny. Not that I'm skinny at the moment, but Jesus, it's not good times. This mum's based a friend of the reptile people. That sounds like something that a reptile person would say, Anarith. How to tie a tie. Do you know what? I've never forgotten, just because, you know when you do it for school every day, you just, the most basic ass knot. I think it's called a half Windsor. Just like the basic thing they always teach you, before you get to year 7, you've got to learn that half Windsor knot. Pog, usually when we go to like fancy events, when Pog and I go places where I have to put on outdoor clothes, which to me is a fancy event, she normally does my tie for me because she does all the suit stuff at work, so she's like properly that. Clip-on tie, really? I don't think we were allowed to wear clip-on ties. You can open the button of the neck. I realise that, but with this tie and this shirt, because it's such a flimsy ass neck, it will just sort of start to spread out like sand. So maybe after the first game, if something good happens, you know, maybe if something good happens. No, positive thoughts, Matt. Christ, it's fucking boiling in here. Yeah, we had like coloured ties. Ours were like we had like,
oh, this isn't where I park my
each
car.
of the houses had like a different stripe in their tie, silly, but just to sell more ties. Fucking merchandising, eh? Cad, thank you very much for the follow. Another team shirt. Hey, it's fine. If we were playing Fulham in the final, I think I'd refuse to wear it. Derek Ladd, thank you for the 7 months as well. You'd love to see it. What makes you think that I'm not wearing the most smart pair of trousers imaginable under this get-up? How's this invented by Big Tie? Thank you. Someone's on my side. Big Tie and the reptile people, damn it. Tony Holy, thank you for the 37 months. Show us then. You 100% shorts.
Let's get it Matto and Chatto.
All right. What am I wearing? Go on then. Brown chino shorts. You were close, but that was Tuesday. Today, spent a full kit wanker. Well, I mean, I'm not there. That's right. I'm wearing baby blue, powder blue fleece shorts. Of course, or something. No, but it was a really old school that had like a lot of history and then just became like a normal type, just like a normal school, but it still had all like the ancient shit around it. It was really weird. The baby blue, you gotta have the baby blue. Pog made me buy them at the weekend. I'm just slowly to go with the red shirt. You're not gonna see it anyway. They actually go quite well with the Hawaiian shirt by itself, let me tell you. Like, without wearing this get up here, I'd be looking fly. It's to dress you. How dare you? Who dresses you, fashionista? At least chuck the shirt. Can you imagine tucking in a... Actually, that would kind of look good if I didn't have a gut. Oh, welcome in, Dark Gems. The recap did its business. That's what it's there for. Baby blue shorts. Right, let's get off on my big ass face, because we don't care about that. Baby blue. Hopefully that went through. I think it did. Yeah, I can see it in the thingy there. Wandering Scarlight, thank you for the 100 bits. There it has popped up and everything. You love to see it. Why is my reward queue so messy?
Hello, Matto and Chatto. Yep. It's time for the Maltese cow to move from the heavens towards the Bernabeu, and wherever the Conference League final is, the milk will flow through the Sirens and Swake United players. Let the milk guide them to salvation.
Let it guide them.
Chatto, put the moose in the chat. The cow didn't die for you to not pray to her graciousness.
It's very true. We'll bring out the Maltese cow. Listen, oh, you've got punchy lately. Are you okay? It's going to be fine. What is on the bed behind me? That is my phone. Oh, wait, you can't actually see that. That's Just, yeah. I don't know. Nothing on the bed as far as I can see anyway. The Conference League final is, I don't know. Let's find out. The other side. Oh, that. This you mean. It is a delta pillar. They're fucking comfortable. It's like a triangular shaped pillar on a long thing. Kendrick or Drake? I don't know. Who do they play for? I don't care. It's like, do you know what, James? You'd have been better off asking me about the Champions League. Let me tell you this. Bubble with the 43 months. Thank you very much, mother. Vorshot. Let's go check that actually while we're at it. Where am I going? Like, legitimately, on the list of things I would have any knowledge of, that one is very low down. Where is it? It is in... Oh, okay, we're in Gdansk. That's actually kind of interesting. So yeah, we're playing at Lechia's ground. Don't mind a bit of Gdansk. I've heard it's a lovely city. He's that Brazilian fella. Yeah, it's Jeff Kendrick, right? The correct answer. Ah, you were testing me and I passed. I'll take that. That was, have they hosted this before? I like that. I like that. Usually it feels like it rotates around like the same 7 grounds. Warsaw was not far off, yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, I've never seen it hosted in Lechia's ground before, but it's a big ass ground. Yeah, no, I really want to go to Gdansk. We were thinking about it as one of our like Eurotrip day trip ideas potentially, but it might be an overnight jobby potentially. But I really would like, if I was going to go somewhere in Poland, other than like Warsaw, I think Gdansk seems like the one. The new question, oh good God. Hello, Thomas. Patrick, how is that? Oh my God, nothing seems to... I love that that's just on Spotify. Crack up, yeah. Wodge as well. Well, it's a question of where I can fly to and back in a day, like we did with Copenhagen. Poland's kind of a tough one because it's a slightly longer flight, so it might have to be an overnight job, but even then it's like a question of getting the flights lined up. Is it Wrocław? I can never remember how to say that one. So yeah, okay. I'm not even going to attempt to say those out loud, Kima. I struggled enough with that centre-back that we've got on loan at fucking Sweetie. The guy whose name... Actually, while we're here, because when I asked this last time, we didn't have a poll in chat that was able to help me, right? How the fuck do I say this guy's name? Now, I've gone so far as to get so far as Zbigniew Misik, but I don't think it's as close as that. Is it Wrocław? Okay, I thought it was. It's your birthday tomorrow. You'll love to see it. How do I... Depends on how old you are, mate. Depends on how old you are. John Smith, yeah. Can we get some early HHHHBBBBs for Anarith while we're here? Zbigniew. Okay, nice. Zbiggy Smalls. I like that. He's the new redacted at this rate. He's not bad, is he? No, I'm going to start. It's one of those ones. We used that. There was a player on one of my on my Polonia save who was called like Meal, and he had a similar start to his name.
Malta are big time HHHBBBHHHBBBB.
You'd love to see it. Let's not sick. Thank you so much for the 100 bits as well. Elsewhere, oh, good question. I think their game is... No, it is before, isn't it?
PG Arena hosted the 2021 Europa League final between Villarreal and Man United. The one where Man United lost on penalties.
Is that the one where their goalkeeper scored the winning penalty? Because I watched that in a McDonald's car park on my phone. Smashed the keyboard. I forget exactly how the... No, that's literally how it came up with, yes. Because someone, like sat on their keyboard or something, and that's how the HHHBBBB thing came about. I swear it was years ago, because apparently we don't do new memes around here. We just reinvent old ones, so... Yeah, it's the one with De Gea missed, yeah. I definitely remember. I watched like 3 consecutive Europa League finals in a McDonald's car park, because for whatever reason, Pog happened to be working late on those days, specifically, and I would just get my phone up. Yeah, it was Geronimo Rulli, wasn't it? Because Pog was like, he's called Geronimo. The Maltese cow, that is true, he died with them. Yes, so Feyenoord have now won back-to-back European trophies. They won the Conference League last year, qualified for the Europa League, probably via both, actually, and now have won the Europa League. So back-to-back, they're doing the older Hasenhüttl Highway, as I like to call it, from back in the day. Where is the Europa League final? It was Panathinaikos ground, which I believe, if I'm correct in thinking this, is Panathinaikos' ground? Correct me if I'm wrong. Might be wrong about that, though. They're doing a Southampton. People who know, you know? Right. Similar to cheap. Okay. Khmerchik. Okay, cool. Khmerchik. Because someone told me that it was like a TS sound, which I was not familiar with in Polish because it didn't have the thingy. But yeah. Yeah, what? A crazy news. So I think really there's no point in us dicking about any longer. We've got 2 finals to get to today. So we're going to jump in this first. I did find a couple more fodder players that I've put in some contracts for, but that's not... We go into... Oh no, we're going to do it right now. Basically, 40k... Fodder seems fine, right? Basically, one of my favourite types of players is the random low release clause players in South, Central and North America that you can pick up insanely cheap. So we're just going to quickly do him. He's going to be rubbish for us, but he'll probably end up in the loan farm for about 10 years, and then we'll forget about him. But, you know, for 40k, it's worth finding out. Okay, is that going to be enough? Yep, nice. Right, we move. We do have a tendon, yep. Let me just check. Yep, we do. Wasn't bad. Nice. Okay, I take that. I try to take pride in pronunciations. Or not take pride in it, but at least try to get them right? Farm them out. Nickname Zibby. Zibby works for me. Thank you, Dan. I feel it. Thank you. I feels it. Right, okay, here we go. Sweetie United versus Marseille. This is going to be a bloodbath. But we move. As we said, no, I actually set it up on full match and everything before stream today to make sure, like I unattended and reattended and everything, just to be 100% sure that we were actually able to get this right. Do we not get the Conference League? Oh, yeah, we need a prediction. Yes, true. Can you sort that, or am I going to do it? Because either's fine. But if people want to put channel points down on the Sweetie United Marseille result, we can definitely do that. It's weird that the music doesn't play here. And I feel like we should be listening to oh and such during this period. I do like these pre-match bits, though. All of Marseille. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it, really? There we go. Right. I'll give you guys a second to get your predictions in for the Sweetie United Marseille game, and I'll just continue sipping my coffee in the meantime. Winning 5-0. Bear in mind, Sweetie did beat Slavia Prague 4-1 in the first leg of the semis. They did lose in the second leg 2-1 and got absolutely twatted on the pitch anyway. A fun one. Oh, God. Who scores for... Oh, I see. Okay, that's interesting, actually. Because we've had a few early goals. Oh, I 100% agree, Dan. This is a pretty much consensus amongst the chat, is that the Champions League theme is inferior to the Europa Conference and Europa League theme. It's just got so much vibe to it. Oh, hello. Has it just gone a bit stuttery there? We'll do the fixie thing. Right, I think we're all good there. Wait, I'm going to have to just let that sit for a minute, actually. Do who wins after... fair enough. That'll be interesting, because it means the odds will be slightly changed at that point due to the fact that someone will have scored. In before it's a 0-0 draw. You get to talk F1. I didn't watch the race. So my plan was to double monitor it with NASCAR on one and F1 on the other, but the NASCAR race got delayed, so I just stayed in bed. And then I just forgot about it entirely. We believe in Roy. I mean, I would too. He's got 17 goals this season in all comps, which is pretty damn good. I'm going to get us going, actually, here, because I think everyone that's going to do it will have done it. There it is. I was wondering where the music was gone. So they're going with Jeong Dong-suk and Roy Fleming up front as a pair. That's interesting, actually. This is a really good team. Just looking at this team now, Roy's a great striker. Just looking at some, for those of you that may not be so familiar with some of these players, perhaps you're not always in stream, like, it's an interesting choice to play Jeong Dong-suk through the middle, but I understand that they really wouldn't be playing him otherwise. Roy Fleming, on the other hand, is an absolute monster of a striker who I think is only going to get better. I'm so excited about him. How many of them are loan farmers? What? These two here, this guy here. He, I think, is... These three are, and I think the only one that isn't is Suleiman. I'm not sure about Papa Thor, actually. He might... Oh, no. I think he used to be a loan farmer. So I think the only players that are not loan farmers in their starting 11 are the fullbacks. Wow, he's worth 7 million quid. Check that out. He's worth more than Vida Xenia. Yeah, it's like... I don't know how much we can read into that. Also, Marseille have Matthijs Tel up front. He's half Tanzanian. You love to see it. Tanzania does do some good stuff occasionally. We just never seem to get them. Dutch-Tanzania is a wonderful combination. Leave Roy and Sweetie. The fact is, if Roy wants to stay in Sweetie and he keeps coming up, then he will stay there, basically. I feel like he feels like, to me, he could be like a Haris Divkovic type of character. No, this is the first final, Pentagon. You're just in time for the Conference League final before the Champions League final. Yeah, they play two different systems a lot of the time. How old is Tell now? We'll just check. He is probably like 35. He's only 33, actually. He's still going to have a decent amount of physicals, right? 14 pace. He's not bad. Right, kick off. Several buttons pressed. Boaz, yeah, thank you for the follow. Right, and good. I didn't even have to do my silliness with the task manager stuff. Is he Korean? Was who Korean? Jeong Dong-suk's Korean, yeah. That is his actual name as well. Right, hang on. They've got Voitiao in their team. He is like the arch face in the game player, isn't he? It's Marvin Voitiao, right? He always gens at Marseille. Every single save, he's really good. Oh, Tell. Oh, yeah, no, it's Guadeloupe, yeah. Prediction isn't finished. Yeah, the problem is the prediction's quite long, and I didn't want to sit on the screen for too long. So hopefully no one scores during the prediction. Luckily, it's on full map. Full map? Full match. I do really like this Sweetie kit. It's nice seeing a bit of orange batted about. Also, Sweetie's midfield is absolutely stacked. Itchik Beton and Miguel Torres are genuinely very good players. I think Torres might be one of the best players we've got out on loan, other than Jong Dong Suk. So that's exciting. They got a guy called Moon. Full map. You can see the whole pitch. You get the full service from me today. Marvin, yeah, that's the face in the game then. But did he come through by any chance at Marseille, or did he actually start at Freiburg? Right. I don't know what we're listening to now, but I'm here for it. Oh, okay. Now, Sweetie tend to play two different systems, what we've noticed, because we were a bit worried when we first lent them Jong Dong Suk, is that they were going to be playing a system he wouldn't fit into. They usually play this. Oh, hello. Go on. Oh, Roy's there. Oh, is that what it is? I see. Oh, Brugge or Lyon? It might have been Lyon I was thinking of. I thought it was a French club anyway. I love the fact that the face in the game players, we do full 90 for finals, yeah. It's weird because particularly when we're watching a final that we're not actively involved in, you get a whole different experience. This is the final. Ah, dear. It's how we do it. That way, when we do our final later, people can tell me to make substitutions after 3 minutes. But that's why we have the command !backseat to prevent that, sort of. A Belgian-North Korean man is pretty solid. I will take that. We'll just keep an eye on this. I don't think we've... What I would say is, the majority of the first 5 minutes of this game has been played in the Marseille half. Oh my God, I can't get it out of my head. It's there. I've got to shout, I know! It's when I keep reaching down for, like, buttons. That's the one, Jose, that's the one. Yeah. I did that one time, chat, alright? Don't bully me, eh? 2 Maltese clubs in European finals. Yes, you heard that correctly. We've had the mother of all seasons this year, from having never had more than 2 teams in the group stages of any competition. We got 5 teams into the groups last season, just out of nowhere. And then we nearly had we were this close to an all Maltese semi-final in the Conference League. Hammer lost on penalties, and if they had got through, they would have played against Sweetie in the semis. Oh, Christ. Good clearance, Heather, actually. That back 3 is actually going to be quite nice for defending this kind of situation, I suspect. But what I've noticed about these finals is they can often be very cagey. So it's just going to be a case of them trying to buy their time. That's a really good pass. But they've got quite tall fullbacks too. Razafem, thank you for the follow. And Luke Wayne with the 5 months. Yeah, love to see it.
Jaden Palmer Leandra, a regen for Man City on your save sounded familiar. I have the exact same regen in my save. Turns out he is a gameplay programmer for SI in real life XD.
That makes total sense. Another face in the game. Weirdly, not one I'm super familiar with. I don't think I've ever seen Jaden Palmer Leandre, so at least it's a slightly new one, perhaps. Certainly not one I've ever been familiar. Like, we've not. I'm surprised you noticed him in this save because I've never seen him before. Did he play against us in that game, or was he like on the bench or something? Murdy KM, thank you for the follow. Who do we beat to get to the final? So we got, was it 6th in the group stage in the end? Oh, the bench. Fair enough. Must have spotted him on the panels, I suppose. Yeah. We beat Real Sociedad, which was, for once, a really nice draw. We were a bit iffy in the first game, conceded their only shot on target from Garen Cole, of all people. Then we beat Manchester City, which is incredible. Lost in Manchester, but then beat them 4-0, which is amazing. Doncaster Rovers. There you go. So a lot of you do have him in your saves then. Did he come through at Doncaster in that Save Soggy final, or was he like at City to begin with and then got released further down? Because obviously it's a bit more random than that. And then we beat Juventus in the semi-finals. Basically, once we beat Man City, I felt we had a really good shot at the final because Juve, it was going to be Juve or Atletico, and we're better than both of those two, or certainly on the basis of this season we are. Whereas City, I always felt was going to be a bit of a complete shit show, really. And as it was in the first leg, we probably could have conceded more. We just got lucky with it. But luckily, in the second leg, we won 4-0. Academy at Leeds? Oh, really? No, there's no way to remove the mash, man. Believe me, we've tried and looked at everything, but they are as hard-coded as something can possibly be, basically. I don't mind the odd random one. Yeah, there's just too many. Like, for those of you that actually do a little test right now, since if you have FM open right now and you're playing a save, literally just type in to the top bar, the search bar, facing the game, all one word, and tell me how many players it finds. Because in my save at the moment, I think we're over 700. Now, admittedly, like 60 to 70 of those are ones that I specifically created. That's a great pass. Xiongdong sucks through. Oh, go on. Right, keep it sensible. Just whip it in. Just put it in the box. 800 and... That's fucking insane HP. Bramley, thank you very much for the follow as well. Sorry, I missed that. This suit has got all kinds of shit all over it because I just never use it. What who has the most? 835 is insane. That's rude of them, Gaffer, frankly, and I think that's a fireable offence for them, if anything. That must be offside against Matty's tail, right? Yes, it is. Joe, thank you for the follow. 2.2 billion. Fair. Just every person on Earth. This is the thing, Hibbos. I don't know if they are affected by save database side, because if they work the same way as the regens that I made, the Patreon regens, then yes, because I had to specifically turn on certain teams in order for them to generate at those teams. But I don't know if the Facing the Game ones work slightly differently, where it almost forces the team to be turned on, perhaps. So I'd have to do some tests with that. That'd be kind of interesting. David Lind, definitely one I've seen a lot of, but I've never actually seen him be really good. My worst ones, in terms of ones you see all the time, it came full of loves, although admittedly we are actually sans him in this save. Oh, hello, that's a good pass. Ooh. Regens being spawned. I suppose, yeah. So that would make sense. The bigger your database size, the more you're going to have. But 830 is actually unhinged. And that just means that you've got all those guys in your database that are just going to be the same bloody names. And it's... Particularly, I think, if you're managing at big sides, that must get really dull. Because when you've got, like, 60 guys that all generate at Manchester United over the course of a save, it's like, is there anyone in your youth intake that isn't just a face in the game? Sandon Mars, yep. 72. That makes sense, Prince, because they do retire, of course. Appleyard. Oh, I haven't seen him. Came for the love of me. The one that me and Hadrian always take the piss out of as far as being the one that we always see is Irvin Betrancourt. He's the one that would just constantly put up. And not to mention Giorgio Valia from the last save. He was a face in the game. There was a guy called Mark... Oh, Christ, that's a really good pass. Matthijs Tell is in. And it's a brilliant save from Bernd Wisniewski. Get in, Bernd. That was a huge stop. Cavalcanti, yep. Yeah, they can actually regenerate, I've been told. Hey, Bramley.
It's good you came in summer.
Can't scroll up here.
In winter, it can get very depressing.
Oh, nice. Welcome in, Bramley. That's awesome. What was I helping you with specifically? I try to help with any questions in the comments, but I sometimes forget which ones. Full game, yeah. Yeah, you don't get highlights, obviously. Well, actually, I think you do, only of goals, though, which makes sense, right? We do full games for the finals just because you can see so much more stuff, and it's just more fun. It just builds the tension. Alfie, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, friend. Stephen Gold, yes, he used to play for Rangers in one of my older saves. And I can't remember, or maybe I'm thinking of there was a real guy that used to play for, it was Goldson, wasn't it? Alaku, yep. Yeah, how was that not a foul? To be fair, Bernd was a good goalkeeper in the match engine for us, so I'm hoping that that can come out true today as well. Do you know what, Sweetie actually looked quite good on the counter-attack. Okay, there we go, finally. You used to be facing the game? No way, that's awesome. I would, as much as I hate facing the games, like if SI said to me, hey, you know, would you like a Matt card? I'd probably be on board. So I am, if nothing else, chat, a hypocrite. And I'm willing to accept that. Technically, I am actually in the credits because Mike put me in the credits, or certainly was on FM23. Yeah, all I want is a toggle to be able to turn them off. That's literally it. Just give me the toggle. Matt Polk, this is true. I mean, that's a better name than Card, isn't it? I kind of like proliferating the myth that my surname is actually Card. Tim Penfold. Yeah, he was an absolute menace on the Treaty save? Vaughan might know this. Was Penfold Treaty or was he Tromsø? He used to play for Leicester in that save and then signed for Manchester City for an insane... I do have a Matt card, but I created him. It's not the same. Can't stand it. Everyone using the Patreon regen file. God damn it, how do I get rid of this guy? Go on, Miggy, have a shot.
I'm the Pope.
Or just do that instead, I suppose. That's a great pass. Holy shit, what a cross. That was asking to be put in. Archie, thank you for the follow. Matt Papyrus, that's the one. That's my father's name. It must be Treaty. Yeah, I think it was. He was a guy at Leicester City who signed for Manchester City for like an absolutely absurd amount. It was like 210 million. So much on compensation. Yeah. No, it is awesome though, in fairness. Like, that people do get to do that. It's just...
fun fact.
Because of the sheer number of them. Yeah, Neil Brock, obviously. Yeah. It's weird. I feel like I haven't seen Nick Madden's one, which I feel like he must do, given that he was the head of the match team and he's one of the nicest people I've ever met. But I feel like I've never seen his regen, which makes me wonder if he actually has one or not. Maybe he like refuses to have one because for the same reasons that we don't like them. Go on, Suleiman. Oh, go on. Oh, Christ. Stones, thank you for the follow. 11 in your team. To be fair, actually, that's another thing, chat. Looking through that list that you've now got up, how many of those guys are actually in your team? because the amount of times we've been like, oh my god, we've got this amazing player, and then there's just that little tiny bit of disappointment when we find out that they are actually a face in the game. The best example I can think of for us was Tim Breach back in the day. Yeah, it's been even, but it actually, when you look at the attributes, the stats for this so far, Marseille have had the real better of this game, mostly due to that one chance that Burnt made a huge save on. The possession is all Marseille. Sweetie have clearly come here to set up shop, to shut up shop and try and catch them on the break with this system. Back five, two strikers though. They're just going to try and frustrate Marseille and get what they can. But I feel like one opportunity for Fleming is going to come in this game, because there is going to be spaces when they finally get the ball forward like this. That's better. Right, come on. Drop it short. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Tev Ferreira, thank you very much for the follow. Right, here we go. Slipping through. Biton needs to be better. Jimmy Wong. Jimmy is... I know of Jimmy, but oh my god, that is a dreadful pass. Yeah, Tim Breach was the player that refused to show up for his own testimonial. Yeah, that's the one. But yeah, Jimmy Wong is fantastic. He's one of the dev team, obviously, but many years ago, during the Tromsø save, my entire save basically broke, and I had this weird, visual glitch that completely broke the whole thing. Jimmy literally spent the entire afternoon troubleshooting my save for me. Just what an absolute legend. Could have broken that save if he hadn't have done that. So, yeah, that was really awesome. Yeah, it's like that. They've got to do better than that. They have to keep possession more. They can't just clear it back to them every time. Good old Jimmy. Yeah, I think I still owe him a beer. Ooh. Imagine if Cock Wriggling was a face in the game, we just didn't realise it. Oh my goodness, that was close. Also, it's probably affects... That's a good point, Shizno, but you think that Well, I just noticed that they always seem to be good anyway. But I think that mostly comes down to the fact that they tend to spawn at quite large sides, so therefore they're getting the benefit of the youth level as well as the recruitment levels at those clubs. Pub day yesterday. Oh, I didn't go to the pub yesterday. I was working. I had a recap video to make yesterday, so I actually had a really good time making that recap video because I was so excited about stream today because I had so much stuff to share, and it's just exciting to be able to do that. It just kind of gave me this real fire to create content, and it was just really, really fun making that yesterday. So yeah, I didn't get to the pub yesterday. Probably going to do pub stuff for the second bank holiday. Cheers, thank you for the follow. Don, thank you very much for the 9 months. Bring on Meet more Zeep and such. They can't get out their own half. I feel like the possession's going up. It's actually dropping slightly. They've not had a shot yet. But what I would say is the average rating... Did I show the filter? Which filter? Oh, I didn't. I fucking didn't. I genuinely didn't. Which gives me something to put in the next one, honestly. There was a lot of stuff to talk about in this one because we were talking about the... Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I need to make a note of that. Because that's a really important thing to add on. Top of their intakes. I think what it is, largest time, genuinely, it's just because a lot of people from facing the game come through at well-known clubs, and as a result, they just, generally speaking, are going to have better youth intakes. So, for example, if you're going to come through at Manchester United versus Plymouth Argyle, not that Plymouth would be bad, actually, because of England's youth level, but the statistical likelihood of the same player coming through at both is going to be better at Man United, just because they have a higher youth recruitment level. But it really does depend on how they actually set that up, but we just simply don't know. An 11 PA nil proc. Okay, that's very low. What I might want to do at some point, chat, is because I have a separate save file for every single season because I have to use it for the recaps. What we might do once the save's done is, I don't know why I chose Plymouth Argyle because I actually really like Plymouth Argyle. I don't know what their academy's like though. Is go through and look and see who the lowest PA'd facing the game player is, because all we'd have to do is add them all to a shortlist and then just look at FMRTE. You know I have a soft spot for Argyle, chat. But I did accidentally just throw some absolute heat their way, and I have no idea why. But they can take it. They're Argyle. They're strong enough to take that kind of banter. My white ducks looks like... What? What was in your hair, Stewie? Views for when everyone, of course. Which views, Bramley? Because I think every view that I use is currently uploaded for someone somewhere. So if you let me know which one you're actually looking for. Actually, wait, no. If you do exclamation mark views, I think you just get them all now. Because I got bullied into creating a massive pack. Yeah, I think it's exclamation mark views. You can get all of them. More hair now is less hair. Oh, I see. Yeah, there you go. That is every single view that I use in FM24. Admittedly, there is 400 in there. The 5-star 60 days. Oh, that is a filter. Sorry, the filter thing. Yeah, I haven't got that uploaded anyway yet, actually. That's brand new. That's courtesy of Jimmy. It's 0 to 999 days. The one I showed off in the recap video with the did I show it off? I didn't, did I? We literally talked about this. I literally didn't show it off in the recap video, did I? Yeah, I know what you mean though. I will get that uploaded somewhere because I know it's quite a useful filter to have. Particularly as it's a bit of a pernickety one to create. Low CA tournament. Absolute worst players play. Yeah, I've showed it off last stream a few times, but it wasn't available for download. I mean, I can show it again in between matches so you can copy it if you want, but I will get it uploaded somewhere so you can download it because I know it's just easier to import things like that. But basically what you want, I can literally tell you, I will guide you through it like a telephone support line. So what you want is set the age range anything that you like, really. I would set it to maximum of 20 probably. Same Tromsø Saviour Jimmy. No, different Jimmy. This was Jimmy from chat, not Jimmy Wong from SI. Or was it? It wasn't. Then you want to have minimum potential, literally the lowest one it will go, because you just want to hoover up all the players. Then you want days since last scouted is between, or is not between 0 and 999. Basically what you want is it will filter out only players that you have knowledge of but aren't scouted. It's really weird. But it's really clever the way that Jimmy's done it. New teams coming up from tier 7. I don't know, actually. He's not between. Yeah, sorry, not between. He's not. I thought that's what I said, but I must have got my wires crossed. Yeah, he's not between 0 and 999. Fuck it. Just so we can nip this in the bud. It's this. So, hopefully I've still got it imported. Sod's law I don't. Yeah, so it's this. Age is between whatever. Potential is at least basically nothing. And then days since last scout report created is not between 0 and 999. And that should show you all the players that you've got through team reports in the last 30 days. Because obviously those reports only last 30 days because they're technically not scout reports. But it then allows you to then get someone. My first FM, it's funny because the first FM I ever played was FM 13. And normally when I say this, I go, oh, I've been new to this. But then I realised that was actually quite a long time ago. Expanded Australia database. Ooh. Got to set of the fun of a World Cup and the country decided to improve football building. Okay, fair enough. That's actually kind of cool, actually. How's that working out for you, Justinian? Because I imagine that messing with leagues that have no relegation stuff can be a bit of a pain. Hit the corner flag and bounce back to my player. That's amazing. I've seen the ball hit the corner flag, but usually what happens when I see the ball hit the corner flag is it's, I'm going to get a corner, and then it bounces out for a throw. That's usually my experience with it. Right, come on, slip him through. Okay, that's okay as well. They're just not getting a lot going on the counter-attack. But they haven't conceded yet either. Come on, Suleiman. Okay, it's a corner. This is all they need. I reckon Roy's got it. Salisbury, I think Salisbury City were in it before because my mate was doing a save with them when I got him FM a few years ago. He's not playing it right now, though, because I just saw him pop up playing Rocket League. Was there really, Patrick? It might have been one of our guys because we've got it set to exclude our own players. Sorry, I was just talking about, and he's literally just invited me to play Rocket League, which means I know he's in stream. Which means I know he can hear me. I was kind of gutted for Solihull as well. I was not, for some reason, I thought Bromley had never been, I thought Bromley had been in the Football League before. I don't know why I thought that, but I think it's just because they seem to do it on every single FM save I've ever played. Bromley always seem to end up in League 2, pretty much immediately. Your favourites are wrong. Oh, dear. Right, okay. Have they had a shot yet? It's been half an hour, lads. Could you... I do feel like one of these days this goalkeeper is going to drop one of them. Possession's still... This is a very, very bad game. As is often the case in finals, right? But Sweetie keeping it tight is good. Frankly, Povey, thank you for the 6 months.
Up the Sirens. Can I get another 6-month deal?
You know we love a 6-month deal around here. Yeah, this is full game. We're doing them both on full game because why not, right? It's the first European finals we've had. We always do. It's weird because usually by the time we reach a Champions League final, the other teams are not on a level to be able to get to finals yet. So normally our first finals are usually by ourselves, but Sweetie just happened to step it up this year. AFC Tottenham. Oh, nice. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and double final for... Oh, Christ. I thought that was going to be a red card then. Yeah, the first game is just us warming up, and me especially, because it is getting hotter and hotter in here. Trust me, we're breaking out the serious business once we get to that second one, when when it really matters. This is the first time that Sweetie ever qualified for the group stage of any tournament, yeah. And they've gone all the way to the final. They know what it's doing. They know what's going on. They'd never even got to the group stage before, and yeah, here they go. In fairness, they did take an absolute stack of ridiculous players from us this season. Their entire midfield. Bear in mind, their bench as well, right? They've got Cazorla on the bench. They've also got... There's at least 2 other midfielders they've got that they can bring on in the second half, Cazorla being one of them. So they've got stacked team. It's great. Yota Cardoso, thank you for the follow. If she's doing that, I'm very happy for them. It's just enjoy it, right? That's what football's all about, success like that, right? It doesn't really matter what happens next year because this is worth enjoying, right? Niall Bruce as well. Lots of follows today. Holy shit. Thank you so much. If you're new in and you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, I suppose, then yeah, drop a follow, I suppose. 1 second equals. It sort of is, Duja, but not exactly. So when you do full match in FM, unless something's changed, because we actually haven't done one this year, while the ball is in play, it is mimicked 1 second to 1 second, just like it would be in a normal highlight. However, it still skips around when the ball is out of play, so the halves don't actually take 45 minutes. It takes more like 35 sometimes, because the moment it goes out for a throw, it skips like 20 seconds sometimes. Good enough to play for Marseille? Probably not, honestly. This Marseille side is very, very good. It feels like we're in the last... We've almost like jumped to... It's like, you know, you're reading a book and you accidentally jumped to the wrong chapter. It feels like we've just jumped to the chapter where Malta are massive. Pretty much. It can't, Patrick. Also, how was Yarmouth? Out of Slider. Oh, that's true. To be fair, I would never bring that down because we don't need to see them sitting around on the old touchline every single time. It allows us to get through the matches a little bit faster while still maintaining the banter of stuff. And I'm starting to wonder if we maybe should have put an over-under on the moment that Sweetie had their first shot. Absolutely skewered Don Goodman yesterday. I did not. No. What was that involved with? Roy probably isn't yet, but I feel like he could be maybe one day. They've just got... Yeah, it's that again. They're just losing possession so easily and not really doing anything with it. Every 25... Oh, I'll tell you what, if it's beautiful, then yeah, why not, right? Ruin the progress. Oh, shit. How did it ruin the progress? Was it just some updates to it? Didn't want to play Rocket League with you anyway. I knew you could hear me. Part of me wonders if Sweetie's best chance in this game genuinely might be just get it to penalties and hope, because so far they've not got even a single sniff of a chance through Marseille's defence. But the only real chance Marseille had, Burnt has saved, so we take that. That's not a bad pass, actually. He's got it. Go on, John, get that first shot. Or just run it out of play nearly. Goes to penalty. That is a good question. Vaughan has not thought this through. Total Club Manager was the day. I used to play Total Club Manager. Final walk. That's... I still think it's just because when the ball goes out of play, but you're right, it may be ticking slightly faster. Either way, it's still a full game. Any good? Gameplay-wise, in terms of the matches, absolutely not. It was shocking, and it felt like completely... It felt like you were just watching like pre-recorded footage of highlights because it was the same stuff every time. However, some of the outside-the-match mechanics were actually quite good. In-game highlight. I might be, actually. Yeah, good point. Oh. In fact, I know I am, because that's how I normally set it up. Yes, you're right. Because I'm one notch above on the in-match highlights, because I find that it looks too slow otherwise. Yeah, Match Engine was absolutely crap in the old FIFA Manager games. It looked better, but it was crap, because it was just... There was no variation to it, which admittedly... yeah, it really is... Why did you just kick the ball straight out of play there? Yes, Rob. I was talking to chat about this the other day because if you had them on PS, was that possible on PS on PC as well? Yeah, this is the Conference League finals. But do you remember the old thing you could do on FIFA Manager and TCM, where there was like a creator club mode, which is not unusual, right? FM has it, but it had this absolutely beautiful, unique feature to it that I feel like FM has missed the trick on, but I think because of licensing may not be possible, right? So you'd basically tell it where you want your club to be. So say I wanted my club to be in Harlow, just as an example, right? It would then build you 2 divisions outside of the divisions that existed in the game, solely built up of towns and villages in the local area to the place that you had picked, and it would give them names and teams and kits and everything. And I just thought that was such a cool feature. It was so damn cool. Did it really? I was too sort of young to understand a lot of that at the time, but I did play a hell of a lot of it back in the day, in fairness. restarted. Oh, that sucks. But I guess that's the problem with... At least save files can be carried over to the next one, right? £5 in Asda, that's a hell of a deal. But the original one, yeah, it was so much fun. I remember having a save with literally like the village that I lived in and bringing them up and getting like this youth player that was fantastic and just being waiting, because you could see youth players from a much younger age in FIFA Manager as well. So you could see them coming through your youth ranks and just getting ready for them to actually be able to play for you. And it was just so damn exciting for me at the time. It's almost like I was destined for this, really. 5 divisions, really? So I only ever managed, obviously, in England because I'm a Luddite. And obviously I was like 13. So, you know, I just wanted to manage my local side that didn't exist. That just happened to play in a kit that looked exactly like Inter Milan for no apparent reason. Although, thank you for the 34 months.
Finals on finals. Mr. Card in a suit for. Keep a sick Matt Jam, sick heart.
It's what I do. Sit on the tier system. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Because FM has more depth, it would be very, very difficult to do. Oh, I once, in FIFA Manager, created my own custom... Because you could... Or was that actually in FIFA? No, it was in old FIFA. Back when they had like a proper editor that was a separate file that you could get. Does anyone remember this? There was actually a separate editor for FIFA on PC. I think it was FIFA PC. It might have actually been... No, it might have been FIFA Manager, actually. There was a separate editor file you could get. And I created my own Premier League using local teams. I made kits for them, custom, everything. It was so much fun. I spent more time... I was one of those people that would spend more time doing stuff like that than actually playing the game. I know that was hashtag relatable for a lot of you. Particularly if you've ever messed with the editor. Where you enjoy doing stuff like that more than you actually do playing the save afterwards. Fulham shirt. What if it's bad juju? I don't know how it could be bad juju. Fulham aren't in this tie. Creator Leagues. Yeah, it was so damn cool. Those are the days. PES 6 as well. It's just good times. Creation Center, yeah, that was good. But there was something else before that on FIFA Manager. It was like a separate actual like .exe thing that was with it that you could use. So damn cool. Like during my sabbatical from YouTube and stuff in like 2017, I actually created a Galician league based if you know, obviously where Galicia is in Spain. The idea being that Newfoundland, because it sort of slots in there from a Pangea type of vibe, was still attached to the side of Spain, and it was now like a country called Galicia. I created like all the teams for it. It had 3 divisions, all had properish names that sort of made sense. I did it all. It was amazing. Just because I had flags. Oh, so much fun. Never actually really played the save, but I enjoyed making that file. Change to Japanese player, you got 2 different boot options. Really? That's kind of cool, actually. We're all a little bit... Yeah. We are a little bit... Good with the Wolf. Oh, I don't think I can watch that on stream, but thank you. PES 6 was the GOAT. I was still playing PES 6 in like 2012, 2013, honestly. That game was... I had... Again, I modded it to high heaven. I had custom teams in that one as well. Every single player in the entire database was customized now. I had like my own world inside PES. So much fun. What am I going to do? Well, I'd have to recreate it all. I don't think I even have the files because this was back when I was playing on my old laptop, which then broke. Playing PES 6 Master League. Yeah! I never really played Master League. I actually used to just play like career mode, I suppose, but like heavily modded with all kinds of cool shit in there. I remember downloading Craven Cottage and being like, oh my god. Because that was like before... Back when FIFA only had, like, you know, a couple of the Premier League grounds, or the big ones. Ooh, that was close. Have they had a shot yet? No. Is that 80% possession now? Christ. Oh, nice one, Bill. Cheers. Player slide tackle down the tunnel. Really? National hedge for Fulham since they fixed the belly up. We are potentially watching a rep roll, but Marseille are going to have much higher rep than... Sweetie, so in theory it should be the other way around, right? Let's just see, get those done. I hope they've gone through. Do you remember when on the last save when Kishvarda beat Manchester City in the Europa League final, where they had basically no shots on the entire day, and then scored a free kick where it hit the bar and bounced back to their striker in like the 93rd minute? That's what I'm hoping for today. If Sweetie can pull off a bit of a magical one and done jobby here, I'd absolutely take that. Because as good as Marseille have been in possession, they haven't actually done a lot with it. They've just got a lot of the ball. We just need that one chance for Sweetie, and I reckon Roy could bury it. I believe. If he gets a chance today, like an actual proper opportunity to have a shot at goal clear, I think he buries it. Because I think he's got genuinely good finishing attributes. It'd be brilliant. Or just a corner goal with some of their absolutely massive centre-backs. Like Olarte in the middle is absolutely huge. Dive on command. Yeah, I remember. I think they brought it in PES 7. An editor printable like that. Ooh. What does that mean? I'm curious. Also, for those of you not aware of this, Slugs from chat is working on something incredibly cool. Basically, you know the whole thing that Hadrian and I have been obsessed with for the past couple of weeks, the uses loan market tendency on managers. Slugs is building an app that will allow you to basically search your database in your save for managers that have that tendency, because the game won't let you search for it, even though the information is right there and it's not like hidden or anything. So Slugs at the moment is working on a little mini app that will allow you to do that yourself for a Building a Nation save, which I think is really fucking sick. Because there was a test run version, basically, which was built on a Python script, but I couldn't get it to work on my thing, but he's working on something at the moment. Which is just really cool. Extract data more. Oh, sick. The stupid human. Are you me? Thank you for the follow.
It is. I quit. I open my own hotel.
Yeah, it's laser focused, but it does what it needs to do, because the game just doesn't let you search for... It's weird that they won't let you search for tendencies. I guess it's the same way that you can't search for players based on their PPMs, right? As far as I know, you can't anyway. Oh, here we go. Right, come on. That's better. Jean, oh, go on, have a shot, Jean. Oh, my goodness. Nick Mako, thank you for the follow. You're right, this feels like a first goal wins. And ironically, the prediction is very much on that. Hello, Liam. You've joined at the right time. Yeah, we are midway through the first final. Is this Rimworld music? I thought I recognised it. Then, oh, trust me, Anna, if I cede to everyone else. Did someone say 2 finals? Yes, we did. Can the pre-game editor? You can't you? Can you sort in the editor by the tendencies? But then it wouldn't matter, because most of the ones we found are regens as it goes.
I'm the Pope.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 987, thank you for the follow. See you later, Dan. From Playcaps. In real life, you do. It's fairly relaxed still, but in this version of the save file, we don't, because we figured that it would be more fun to just... Basically, the whole idea of this multi-save was to sort of see what could happen in, like, clinically ideal circumstances to build a nation. So the way we compensated for the slight ease of access in other areas was to make a start with Malta, which, of course, means that you have the horrendous starting point, as well as the absolutely zero reputation on almost all the clubs, basically. Negsy, thank you very much for the prime. It's very kind of you, friend. Welcome aboard. It did sound like it, Vaughn, yeah. It very much did. So no half-time substitutions for either side, which is fine. Is that going to go out for a corner? No. Okay, we're good. League top 10 now. It technically should be by the end of the season, yes. By the end of this season, we're going to be top 10 in coefficient, which is pretty impressive. The league itself on a reputation scale is still, I believe, 21st, but that takes a little while that lags a little bit, because there's some like there's some second tier leagues that are quite high rep as well. So like the Championship and Zweite Bundesliga and that are still quite high rep. So it takes a little while to overtake them. But the reputation has been going up quite large amounts. We've been growing like 6 places a season lately, because they're all so close together. Yeah, it's very tough. We sort of... You want 15 plus... Oh, I see. Okay. But yeah, if this app actually works, it'll be pretty damn sick. This year is going to help massively, particularly with the fact that both us and Sweetie are in finals, even if we both lose, which I suspect there's every chance it could happen. If they're going to lose this as well, I don't want it to just be like a random mistake either. That would suck.
Do you know if there's a train coming
thank you for the follow.
Oh, yes, very soon. They are building it now.
Wouldn't automatically think Tyrion. Oh, no, I absolutely would. In fact, so much so, Ragnar, that if you were to say that, I would read that out as Hibernian now, because I've spent so much time managing in Malta. The amount of times whenever I get to the... whenever I do Fred Ridge on the Patreon recap video, who plays for Hibernian in Scotland, I always call it Hibernian and have to re-record it. Building a nation outside of Europe? No, for 2 reasons. 1, because the coefficient systems outside of Europe are a bit funky, and 2, simply because I love us holding. 2, simply because unfortunately content made outside of Europe just isn't particularly well viewed. I've tried this before with our African Adventure Journeyman save, and unfortunately the viewership just isn't there for saves outside of Europe, which is why I try to go as obscure as I possibly can within those climate. Hence why we're doing Malta this year, because I feel like it gets me to tickle the itch that I have as far as making obscure types of content, whilst also still being able to do my job, I suppose, you know? So it's sort of kind of a battle between the two things. Trust me, I would love to do that. I would have a great time. Inferno's been bugging me about a South American journeyman for years. I'm still convinced he's Guy Sanchez. Luxembourg is very fun. I had a Luxembourg save, please get a tackle in, with Stella Ettelbrook during my sabbaticals. The only save I really enjoyed while I was taking a break from YouTube was my Luxembourg save. It wasn't a Building a Nation save or anything. The main reason, though, is because I got this insane right back that I sold to Lazio for £7 million from Luxembourg, and I had a 50% an Excel fee clause. Or was it that... No, I think it was that he went really cheap, but I got £7 million as part of the clause. It was insane. It just funded my team for ages. Oh, go on. Oh, that was such a good opportunity as well. Mason
Let's
with the
freaking
13
go
months.
double European final. In other news, getting a pay rise at work. Eyes.
You love to see it, man. That's awesome. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think people that watched the African Adventure Save, we had a really good time with that. It was one of those things where I really enjoyed doing it, but it was... I took a hit financially from a job perspective by doing it. So I wanted to test it because I figured if I was ever going to do something like that, it had to be there. Not sure, Jay, because with the move to Unity for next year, I don't know if that's going to break a lot of the slightly broken mechanics that we rely on to do Building a Nation, which is why I've kind of erring on the safe side of not doing one at the moment anyway. So the plan is not to do one for FN25 currently. It struggles to get new eyes in, but also struggled to get people that were watching before to eye it in the first place, I think. It sort of, to give you an idea, it sort of halved the, no, not halved, maybe like, it was about a 40% drop off, which is a fair amount, really, when you think about it. San Marino does have a league. Yep, they do. The San Marino Challenge is very, very popular, that and Andorra. Yeah, so we're going to be doing OTI, hopefully, which is Outcast to Icons, which is essentially a European-wide journeyman save with every league we can physically turn on possible. So ideally some external databases for that too. Then we basically have to work our way up with no coaching badges to win the Champions League with a team that's never been in a European final. But that list also updates during the save. So if a team reaches a European final during the save, then that team's off the list as well. If you reach a European final and you lose, you also have to resign your job. It's things like that. We had a great time with it on stream back during the COVID days, which is always fun. And because we got the Women's League this year, it gives more league options for that save, which is going to be dope. Save of the Faroe Islands seem doing it. Well, indeed, yeah. We had a great time in the Faroe Islands during that save. Is that even possible? Yeah, I've done it. I've done that save 3 times. Admittedly, I've actually only won the Champions League in one of them. But that one was because I got ill, like seriously ill. One was time constraints with the end of a game cycle, and then the one I was successful with was Sassuolo. I'll refund your points on that one, Richard. Oceano footballing giant in the region. Yeah, that's the great thing about FM. It's endless possibilities, right? I feel like most of the fun that you get with FM comes from, ironically, not playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. Hence my agent videos and stuff. Fred West, thank you very much for the 3 months. How's Rose? Separate database. No. I don't know where this myth came from, but no, the Women's League is being incorporated in the same way that it is anything else. It's just a league, isn't it? There will just be more leagues to play in, which is fucking sick, which means you could do a journeyman save where it could give us like an extra 25-30% leagues on top, which is awesome. Provided there's enough of them. Yes, it... well, what we could do, Matster, is like, because of these new options, we could have it so that we have to win both. Both the Women's Champions League and the Men's Champions League. But if a team reaches either of them, it counts for both sides. So if Arsenal Women's got to the Champions League final, it would also count against the Arsenal Men's to make it even harder for us. I think that would be quite fun. Doesn't make features. Well, you could turn them off in the same way that you could turn off any league, right? So if you don't want it to be too slow, you could turn off Spain. So it would be the same exact thing. As far as I know, anyway. I don't have any more knowledge on this than you do, right? Pretty low rep. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it will. Or at least I'd like to think that it will, to keep in terms of realism. But it... I think if they're going to have them existing in the same game world, it would need to have lower rep, just because that's just life, right? Great interception from Mateus. He's the guy we got from Chelsea. Really, really cheap. He's done really well there as well. Interactions. They'd have to be. They've had to like completely change the language set up in the game for the last few years as well. Trust me, the first thing we're going to be attempting to do when this game drops is get that unisex league going. It's literally our first port of call. Oh, absolutely. Particularly all the information is there, but I feel like SI wouldn't have implemented this if they didn't have a good amount of data behind it as well, right? I think that's why it's taken them so long to get the data done right. So I'm hoping for good things. Yeah, they first get to rewrite a lot of the code in terms of all the interactions, which admittedly is something we tend to ignore for the most part anyway, but I realise that we are not the average player. Oh, that's a great... Oh, is that not a yellow card at least? Oh, that was close to potentially being a goal-scoring opportunity. He was, like, not clean through, but I tell you what, that was tight. Right, come on, just a shot. Any shot would be lovely. Go on, Roy, have a bang on it. Oh, dear. Administration. I actually don't know, Karamar. I've never really had a lot of debt issues in FM before. Usually the only time I have like negative finances is when I'm managing at really small sides, but at that stage, the debt is usually a small amount anyway, because all amounts are kind of small. I'm trying to remember the last time I had genuine financial issues at a club. If they can keep this going for another half an hour, we could genuinely be looking at extra time here and potentially penalties after that. But I don't know. It feels like there's a late sting in the tail potentially. Oh, God, that was close. I think substitutions are going to be necessary very soon for Sweetie, at least, just to try and freshen up this midfield a little bit. Because have they even had a shot yet in 60 minutes? No. I mean, Marseille have done sod all themselves, but they're definitely the deserving of the two sides. Sweetie have just defended like crazy. We want the coefficient. To be fair, it wouldn't make much difference. I'd much rather them win the Conference League on penalties than get the little bit of extra coefficient, because we're going second this year anyway. Taking my remainder of Australia for 3 seasons. Yeah, that will do it. But not going to backwards. Yeah, the game kind of does do that sometimes. It's like, you know when... what is he doing there? Extra team in Europe. No, actually, weirdly, we did some tests and we believe that we actually won't get an extra team in Europe. Recruiting revenue without selling players. You're kind of limited on what you can do without selling players, truthfully. That's where the majority of your revenue comes through. And if you're not getting revenue from European competitions, because I don't know what level you're playing at, of course. Well, actually, firstly, what level are you playing at? So we can try to sort of... Because obviously, if you're managing in, like, League 2, then European competitions are kind of off the park there. So, yeah, we thought that 2 HP, but we think because of the weird situation we're in, what will actually end up happening is we keep the same number of teams in Europe, but we get a buy into the Champions League group stage. That's what happened when Hadrian tested it, anyway. But that's what you think would happen, yeah. Affiliates will definitely help, yeah, because you get a little bit of money from that. You'll get... Are you a Marine fan, Crazy Brit? Or are you just local? There used to be a thing that you could do where you would set up a load of friendlies against high rep teams and you'd get loads of money from that, but that's kind of a loophole that isn't quite as like powerful as it used to be. Palermo, okay. So Italy's a tough one with that because basically you want success in Europe if you can. Whereabouts are you sort of finishing? Custom tournaments can help you a little bit, yeah. But I feel like if you're Palermo, it's probably not going to yield too much, I wouldn't have thought. Povberg, thank you for the follow. I think really the best way to drive up revenue is selling players, and that becomes a problem if you don't have anyone you want to sell. Other than league success, yeah, like pretty much if I want money, I sell a player. In this save anyway, which it does help when you have 300 players, admittedly. Like, we're in a privileged position in that sense, that we do have a sheerly large amount of players on our hands. Okay, last 16 of the Champions League. That should be yielding you some good money, though, right? Because you're getting 12 million for getting in the Champions League. Presumably, in order to get there, you're winning a few matches in there as well. And then you get knockout money as well, plus coefficient money and various other things. Oh, no. Is it just... If it's just because of the projection, Beanie, then ignore it. The projections in FM are absolutely worthless. Basically, it doesn't take into account projected prize money. So it assumes that you're not going to win a single pound of prize money every season. So it will tell you that it's all big and scary. If I was to show you ours, right? Just 1 second. I know I'm going out the game again, but look, right? This is our projections. We have £90 million in the bank. Our prediction... Oh, that's actually surprisingly all right. Usually, it's predicting us to be in, like, negative money in, like, a year and a half. It's... that probably should have been a second yellow there as well. Yeah, he's gone through him. A red card for Marseille could actually change this game. Because Sweetie would suddenly have a little bit more room to play with again in touches like that. Yeah, FM's weird like that. It will often predict you in like financial trouble when you're not. It's worse with the FFP as well, because your board will act as if you're in financial trouble and try to sell players from you, even when you're not. If Sweetie win this, they do get a Europa ticket, yeah, which will be guaranteed group stage. We actually don't know, Thomas. I think because it's the Champions League, that would take precedence, so they would still get the Champions League ticket. I think. But we're really not sure. That's an interesting pass, actually. Oh, he couldn't quite get on the end of it. It feels like Sweetie are opening up a little bit now, which could actually be negative for them. But it feels like they're actually getting a bit more pressure further up the pitch now. They're in real danger of having a shot sometime soon. Like, come on, Roy. That's a pass. Oh, it's very close. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about the finance, the actual projections. Just worry about the actual bank balance itself. Right? That's what kind of is important. So far in the Champions League. That is actually kind of funny. But fair play to Dortmund, right? I'm sure they can all still catch Bayern. Aren't Bayern only like a couple of points ahead of Stuttgart now? Or something? No, it wasn't Stuttgart. It might be Leipzig. I don't know. Because they lost again, didn't they? Hello, Scott. Maybe it feels like Mundat because of the bank holiday yesterday. Right, that should be an easy one for Bird. Oh, I thought he was going to punch that. I don't think I've ever seen a final where a team has failed to have a single shot before. 4 points ahead. Okay, and what, 2 games left? Because Leverkusen won 5-1 again, didn't they? Oh my god, what a shocking pass. It's things like that that are going to see them lose this game. They are slow. They don't have the... They're just not good enough at the moment. But what I would say is defensively, they've been very good today. They've managed to deny Marseille pretty much... Oh, that was the chance. That had to be a ball over the top there. Like, what's the average ratings for this game? Oh, Sweetie have really fallen off. As the game has worn on, Sweetie's like average ratings have really dropped off. Despite there being no goals for either. See, oh, he should have won that there. That was so close to it being a really good takeaway. Sweetie do have attacking options on the bench, but I don't think it would strengthen their strike force. Roy Fleming and Jong Dong-suk are very much the... Yanis Asufu. 1-0. It's been coming. It's not how we wanted it to happen. Burnt should be doing better than that. It's Sweetie 0, Marseille 1. If they were going to hang on... Right, now they'll have to at least have to try and go forward. He should... That's a really nice touch as well. Mismatch at the back post. Oh, Burton has got to save that. He's got to save that. It's right at him. Shit. Oh, so sorry Silla's on the... Whoa! Can't score yet, mate. Hello, Memes Lane. Sorry, Memes Lane. Right. Less than ideal. But maybe it'll actually provoke Sweetie into some kind of action. Yeah, I didn't realise that Jong Dong-suk was actually not still on the pitch again. I did wonder where Sorry Silla had come from. The only other option they've got is maybe Cazorla in the midfield. Again, with passing like that. I mean... Yeah. Part of the muscle. So basically, they operate in a 4-3-3 normally, but they actually have... Oh, Christ. They have this back five system that they use occasionally against really high rep opponents, and it's kind of worked for them in places too. Today, it's just simply not been the case. They were on the very weak side of the draw, because bear in mind the other semi-final was Marseille versus Stuttgart, whereas Sweetie had Slavia Prague, who only scraped past Hamrun on penalties. Yeah, Burnt is the goalkeeper there, yeah. I'm actually not even sure who's managing Sweetie at this point. Did the poll get paid out, or shall I do that now? Let me just have a little checky check. Oh no, it's done. Nice. So I wasn't sure if it actually got paid out or not. Go on, Suleiman. Oh. Yeah, group stage would be... Bear in mind, though, you don't get that much more money for the group stage of the Europa than you do for the Conference League. So the way I look at it is I still feel like Conference League is better in general. Because if you get in the... Say you get in the Europa League, yeah, you're going to get more money initially. But you're going to win less matches. So if you're in the Conference League, you get less money to start with, but you have a much higher chance at winning games, which makes up for the money you miss out on anyway. And you get coefficient points, which means it's kind of better for us in that sense. I hope they at least have a shot in this game. Coefficient looking like, at the moment, we are third on the year. We've got 18.1 points. We'll get an extra little bit of points for this game as well, even though they lose, because you get round appearance money, round appearance points, which equates to the equivalent of a draw. So they'll get, no. Is it a draw or a win? I forget. They're going to get a little bump. I think it's an extra point too. Small. Oh, it's great. I mean, as we've shown from Sweetie this year, they've never qualified for the group stage of this before, and yet this year they've gone all the way to the final. But I would like them to do something in this game. Money is good. Yeah, the thing is, the money's not good enough just yet, I don't think, because they don't have the rep, but the rep from getting to the group stage and stuff like that is really helpful. Yeah, we get 0.2, which is what will take us above Spain. So we're pretty much guaranteed to finish second on the year in terms of the coefficients, even with the win for Marseille, because as much as they're going to get the win and the appearance points, theirs is divided by 7 and not 5, so it's not going to be worth as much to them, and thus they can't overtake us. And we've still got to play Man United, which will get us a little bit extra. But 18.5 points is a pretty damn good year for us. Like, we struggled to get those sort of seasons with MTK towards the end of that save. In places, anyway. Someone's joining us. To be fair, Sweetie technically started this season in the Champions League as well. Oh, here we go. Oh, that kind of passing is absolutely embarrassing. Like, they're just not playing the right pass. Ever. Like, again, look at this shit. They are not at it at all. Neil Vassallo, thank you for the follow. If you win the Champions League and your spot in the qualifiers goes to... well, it wouldn't go to anyone because we won the Champions League and we're already in the Champions League. So if you win the tournament you're already qualified for, you don't... That only counts if you aren't in the tournament when you qualify for it. Sorry, say we came like 6th in the league and then won the Champions League, then it would change things. But if you're already in Europe, then it doesn't change anything. Oh, go on, Roy. Oh, I was hoping that might drop over high. I wish I could yell focus. I really would. Like, imagine the goalkeeper just puts it in there. Just feel sorry for him. Better chance of getting good reputation. No, it absolutely does, of course. Yeah, it's just that, what do I think of the Lithuanian League? I don't know. I've actually never managed in it. Despite having it switched on through Journeyman saves, I've never actually had a chance to manage there before. I'd like to at some point. Wait. Who got a yellow card there? Okay, that was weird. Enter later. Yeah, they do. But it's not going to suddenly mean that someone else gets a Champions League spot. Like, Sweetie get a Champions League spot because they came second. So they'll go into the qualifying round. And even if we were to win the Champions League, it would just mean that we'd be guaranteed that spot. I do wonder, though, what would happen with the whole us coming second thing. Or would it just completely cancel it out? Latvia is also the only one that's in FM, which I think has definitely helped with that. Imagine predicting Marseille to win now and Sweetie pull it back. Watch this just go top bins now. And oh! That was a good little touch from Burn, actually. We take that. It doesn't bode well for us, but I'm hoping that the lack of shots Sweetie have had in this final... Oh, Christ. Oh! Promoted to the Champions League main phase. It might be DPT. I really don't know. You did see Wisniewski. Yeah, he's the goalkeeper for Sweetie. Affects him in big matches. I don't know, Bill, because remember, we've watched a lot of finals and we've also won a lot of finals while watching. So it's really hard to say. It shouldn't, should it? But we know that that's not the case because we've seen how teams react differently when we watch them. Like, we watched the second leg of Sweetie against Slavia and it was an absolute joke. Wisniewski, I think he's only like 29, 30. Season starts in February. Oh, really? So it's a summer league type of situation, much like, well, a lot of the Scandinavian leagues. Curious, though. For the first qualifier. Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of, like, Leicester to win the Premier League type. I mean, I don't know what the odds on for Sweetie to win or at least reach the final of the Conference League were at the outset, particularly as they were in the Champions League. But we all figured they were going to end up falling down. All I want now is for them to have a shot. It would be a little bit embarrassing if Sweetie didn't have a single shot. Greenland save. I've actually done that save. I did that on YouTube in 2018. It was called Frozen Fortunes. I managed a Greenland team in the Danish league setup. FM did not like it very much, and I had all sorts of interesting issues with the game, some of which you would have counted the same way. Retro Gamer, thank you very much for the follow. Potentially, Arizgo, yeah, we really don't know, because in theory the game is being calculated on full detail either way, but I suspect there are definitely differences. I've noticed that it feels like better sides... It feels like there's less chance of an underdog upset in these finals when we watch them. Although we have seen it happen, like when Kashvarda beat Man City. Basketball for Estonia. I don't know. I mean, obviously Latvia is, yeah, big for ice hockey. Is the current Canucks keeper, because I know his name's like Shilovs, and that sounds Latvian, but I don't know if he actually is Latvian or not. I'm assuming he is. Sweet change formation. It certainly looks like it, because they've got a one-man strike force with Roy now. National Spain football in space. I want to do the agent video tutorial first because people have been asking for that, and then I might do the space station, the space station video. Yep, B67. It was a really fun save. The issue we had though is because when we were coming up through the leagues in Denmark, because we were based in Greenland, the geographical proximity meant that we couldn't sign players from the Danish leagues because none of them wanted to join us because they thought it was too far away. So I ended up having to sign loads of players from the MLS and from the Canadian leagues, basically, in order to get them to actually get players. It was great, though. We signed loads of amateurs. Alex and the Epic Plays, thank you for the follows. Latvian Centre as well. Who's the Latvian Centre? And Ozziest, thank you for the follow.
Oh,
I'm just happy to see him doing so well for the Canucks. Like, the fact that he's their third choice keeper and he's just absolutely come in there and killed it with Thatcher Demko being out, and obviously DeSmith. River French territory to footballing. So we've tried... There has been theories about the stuff. So in FM, you know how in the Coupe de France, teams outside of France that are still French, like territories or whatever, can play teams in it, but they can't qualify for Europe or anything like that. As far as I know, it's not... You can't have a team that's from outside of Europe actually playing in European... In real life, I believe you actually could, but in FM, it's not coded to allow that. Because I did think about it. Oh, that's an... Wait a minute. Chat has happened. 82 minutes, Miguel Torres has Sweetie's first shot of the game, and what an effort it was. Imagine if that had yeeted into the top corner on the volley. Oh, that would have been sick. Most implemented. I'm surprised. To be fair, B67 were actually pretty sick. Like, they got in touch with me about the save back in the time, which was just nice of them. They're club secretary, which is, I was actually amazed they had one. But I guess it's probably just a guy, isn't it? Right, come on, Leandro. That's a great pass. Right, come on. Clips it up. Oh, wait. They're actually throwing some bodies forward now. Come on, Mohammed. Not Mohammed, sorry, Mayhem Sultan. Right, now we're going. That's definitely offside, right? We've got it back again. Oh, it's a dreadful touch from Sultan. I think they scored. To be fair, you know it's bad when we're celebrating a random shot from the edge of the box like they've scored a goal. Friendship and understand Algerian players. No, but if you haven't seen Clates' video with, was it Meir? Then I would highly recommend it. He tries to win the Champions League with a team made up solely of African players whilst in the African, like, exclave. The Spanish exclave of Meir. So if you haven't seen that, I would highly recommend checking it out. It's a really good video. Some of his best work. Winning trophies tonight. Well, Sweetie don't look to be, but we still have our chance to do so after this. So maybe there's still hope yet. Maybe. Oh, if that had gone in, I'd have been doing you a free Harold Bishop. Greenland not being scoutable. I know. It's like, just, if the Faroe Islands are scoutable, why not Greenland? I know it's slightly different from an autonomous region area, but like, come on, FM. I'm just happy they've had a shot. It would have been embarrassing if they had. Now, the question is, can they get a shot on target? That's the next step, innit? Get on shot. Maybe it's the ultimate one shot on target, one goal type of situation. We've just been waiting for it. I'm surprised that Mayhem Sultan didn't start this game, actually. Although with passing like that, I'm starting to understand why. Because he's got to do better than that. There we go. Bit of intensity, lads. Finally. It would be the ultimate in FM if they actually did score their only shot on target. That's a pass. There's bodies. Come on, find the right pass, Leandro, please. That probably wasn't it, if I'm honest, bud. Novesh. Wait. Oh my god. I actually thought that was in. I legitimately thought that was in. When he opened his body up there, Christ. I think he had better passing options as well. When he got that ball initially, there was options running through, and he should have slid it down to him. But he's got greedy. At least they're offering something, I suppose. Welford Gaming, thank you very much for the raid. Yeah, can they get back below 7? They're getting there. They are getting a little bit more of the ball now. There you go. Bit of intensity. That's just another foul, isn't it? Okay. Ah, dear. First goal of the season. Yeah, but to be fair, Leandro. Yeah, that's the other thing, Kevin. I thought that too, because that doesn't really pop up much when I find that you rarely see that unless when you're on key highlights, especially unless you make a substitute right as the highlight starts. At least they've actually thrown some bodies forward at the very end of this game here, but there's still 5 minutes to go, plus some stoppage time. Maybe there's one more opening here. And the fact that they've left Roy Fleming on the pitch is surprising, but I just don't know who else they'd bring on, honestly. He's by far the best striker they've got, and he's not had a sniff. I don't think that's even really his fault. He's just not had a single opportunity to have a shot today. Both the shots have come from... What is he doing? What are you doing? Why is the referee having a wank? Anyway... Oh, dear. Guaranteed spot for the league winners. I think it's 7th, Kima. It might be... It could have changed because of the addition of stuff. The referee's like, apparently he is. Oh, God. He is the sort of mayhem. That is a good point, yeah. This was death by 1,000 cuts, really. Oh, hang on a minute. Right, come on. Counter-attack. There's bodies forward. He's not going to find any... Oh, he actually has. Holy shit. Right, come on. Keep going. Slip it inside. Oh, for God's sake. That's unfortunate because it's deflected. Wait. Back to Novesh. No. Oh, come on. They're so close to getting a decent play together. Roy Fleming. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Roy. That was a really good header. There's not much more Roy can do there. That's just a brilliant save. Oh, my God. It's a shot on target, at least. But, Roy. That was the one chance he was waiting for. Not really his forte. But, if he'd scored there, suddenly it's on. Because Sweetie have legitimately... Okay, they've not had much chances. I was like, they're catching up here. They're not in any way. Right, come on. Ball in again. Whip it. Space is available. Cleared away. They need the fullback pushing up more into that space. He needs to be getting the second balls here and not letting Rue bring it away. And not doing that. Maltese commentary too creepy. Oh, Roy. That, I think, was the moment. What a great name. Australia? Oh, it's Australia, isn't it? This will get us a bit more stoppage time after he's finished breakdancing, though. Okay there, bud. What's he doing? Silly man. I think he tries to get it in the corner. I thought that was just far enough in the corner that he might actually get that in, but it's just really good goalkeeper. Okay, Slay. Oh, yeah. And not only that, Hadrian, Roy just missed a close range header in the 88th minute that I say he got it on target and the goalkeeper pulled out an absolutely brilliant save, but it's kind of a little a column A, little a column B type of situation. Could have watched Eurovision today. No, I like to kind of keep everything as a surprise until I watch the full Eurovision at the weekend. Is it really? Well, I'll be damned. Yeah, Marseille are time wasting now. Actually, let's say, yeah, I'll go back and find it. In fact, I'm going to make a clip of this here. Matt, this is... Oh, I've clipped it too. Matt, this is you telling yourself to go back and make a clip of that for later so it can be in the next season's recap, okay? How about that? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the passing, it's stuff like that. Simple, really. They've not managed to do the simple things right. Every time they've been on a really good attacking play, they've just made the wrong decision from a pass-wise. The only chance they really had was that Roy one right there, where they finally got something going. Like, Roy had peeled away to the back post. Silla actually did a really good job defining with that header. Sorry, with the pass. Their average ratings, though, have just gone through the floor. It's a shame. But, 3 minutes to go. Is there still a sting in the tail? There's every chance that there isn't. I think it's more likely Marseille just grab a long-range banger from the edge of the box now, unfortunately. Or a header. Good clearance. Right, Elcon, win the header. Yes! Right, come on, sorry. Wait a minute. Oh, god damn it. Haven't heard the song. That's what I mean. I want that to be a surprise. I like to listen to it fresh the first time, It's more fun then. Yeah, Marseille scored a header at the back post. It was probably Burnt should have done better. In fact, ironically, it was very similar to the one that Roy didn't score. Not in terms of, I think it was harder for the Marseille player. He was actually challenged, and Burnt should have done better because it was directly at him, whereas Roy's one, he was unmarked to a certain extent, and the keeper did very well to get to it. Bjorken F1, thank you for the follow. Right, come on, one last chance. Get that ball forward. Or backwards. Either is fine. Actually, you know what? We're setting it up. We're setting it up on the edge of the ozone. And now we're going to yeet it. Unless he wins this header, I think we've got very little chance. That's better. No. Unless he's got it. Right, come on. We need to get... They need to get the ball into a reasonable space. They just have to... Just take their time over it. They've got one last chance. Build it up properly. Or just do that. That's it. Oh, he's so close. I feel like they've been on the cusp of getting a really good interception about 7 times, and that's one. Right. One last chance. Come on, Roy. Peel away. Get that ball in. One last opportunity. Ball across. Leandro, what a save! Oh, I can't believe that. What a save again. That's it. That was the moment. It fell to Leandro. What a stop from Robic. I wonder if their XGs are actually going to be kind of evenly matched towards the end. Yeah, literally. Marseille's goalkeeper has... I already clipped it. Marseille's goalkeeper has bailed them out here. They legitimately could have lost this game without him. That's how those two chances have been. Go on. Keeps it in play. Pulls it across. Oh, no. Legitimately, they've actually offered quite a lot in the final sort of 10 minutes of this game. It's almost like you could have done this before. Like, you had a chance to do this earlier. And it looks like it's going to be a 1-0 victory for Marseille. They had the chances. Roy had his chance, but that one was a much bigger chance. Like, Roy's was a header at the end of the day. There's only so much he can generate on that. But that was a chance for Leandro. 100% has to be burying that. And now they're just going to kill the final few minutes of this game. Probably going to take it to the corner flag, honestly. That'll probably do it. Oh, their keeper's made some good saves, yeah. When he didn't advance. I think Roy's did okay. Like, he got the header down and everything, but the keeper was just there. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty impressed with their defensive fortitude. It was... Oh, hello. What was that? Strange. It shows you that Sweetie actually can... There we go. Sweetie 0, Marseille 1. They do lose the Conference League final. But, you know what? For the first European final of this entire save... Is this guy just doing the jig in the middle of the box? Usually it cuts straight to the trophy celebration. But now we're just going to get this. Take your time, FM. No problem. Doesn't it usually cut straight to the trophy celebration? FM? Hi? Yeah, ref's just like, oh, there we go. Turns out, chat, you've got to click the ref. The ref still wants the corner. Really late VAR check. It's going to bring them back out like that Brighton Man United one. Sapphic Muffin, great name. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, you just got to click the ref, chat. Oh, that's unfortunate. We'll see plenty of Maltese winners of this, worry you not, but it's just nice to see them get one so early to actually get there. And they actually did okay. I can't even really complain about it. They did all right. They did their best. Right, let's see if what that does for the old... I love that, because these guys are going to the World Cup or whatever. We're getting the information on the scouting early. Right, but now it's the real big one. Let me just hit the coefficients then. So that should have pushed us up, not above Spain, but like, oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, but we'll still go above them because of our Champions League final, won't we? Because, so basically, when we play the next game, we'll jump to 18.5 even if we lose, so we're going to go second anyway. Right. How many fans? I don't know, actually. I don't know if you can see that information. You're not going to see it on our profile. We might be able to see this because we're on the match day. Hang on, let me go ahead past the... Oh, God. I have to go ahead first. Then it should work. International side. Not normally, but in this save it actually has, just because Malta's national team is so bad, and you get a lot of players that are declaring for the Maltese national team that are like Brazilian that will never play for Brazil. So it has actually improved somewhat. Attendance 41,620. Away 40,000. Marseille took 40,000. That seems a little unfair. Why? I mean, I guess, but like, tells us where the match. Well, I don't think it really does, because Sweetie were dominated for the majority of this game and only really had a couple of chances late on. Yeah, they don't get allocations. Discount price. Oh, but you can try and sell them to them, but it doesn't really work very well, unfortunately. Oh, dear. So we finally against Juventus. Yeah, no, we drew 2-2 in Turin, and then we won 3-1 on the home leg. Club rep, yeah. They had a little tiny corner. I mean, what is Sweetie's average attendance this season in matches? I mean, it can't be that high. Let's see. So, they're getting like 7k for larger games. Obviously, these ones are off the radar now. So, in home games, they're getting like, 9k. They've had... They average like 2 to 3k, though. One fan. Never seen one fan in a European final. No. Players. It's literally just the Sweetie dads. Oh, dear. Yeah, it's also because it's a neutral ground. There's all sorts of... God, so my eye. It's tears after the result that we've just had. Oh, dear. Right, that's better. Goes to Sweetie, loses. But he's played in the final before we have. So, big up him for that. Right. 2 days' time, it's our turn. That better not happen before the final. Get Dino over to me. Do that. Progress. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Now, we should... It's interesting. They're only 37% on this one. Yeah, we just got to avoid the Vida injury, basically. Commentary only for this game. This surely can't be as bad, right? We obviously skipped the team meeting here. It's a trap. Never do it. Progress. Also, I had a comment on the VOD about Gert Gillet apparently had lost a lot of potential, but I'm not quite sure what they were referencing, because as far as I can see, he has not lost a lot of potential, and he's actually very good indeed. And hopefully one day will be brilliant. Maybe they were talking about someone else, in fairness. Manu OP. They've not won the Champions League in this save. In fact, let's have a look at their record in Europe, because that's the best thing we can really do. I mean, we can see if they've won any Premier Leagues, but like, who are we kidding? No. So that should tell you something. Ten Hag's still in charge. Our facilities, we were at 20 and 18, I think. 20 on training, 18 on youth. But you know how the youth thing can go a bit funny. First game, it was 1-0 to Marseille, unfortunately. Oh, no, I can't see their records, can I? Because it's not a turn-on league. Yeah, we can see the season summaries, I suppose. But that just tells us... We know they haven't won the Premier League. And we can't see how they've done in Europe because it doesn't show you that for leagues that are not switched on, I don't think. Yeah, NA wage budget. But they've got to the final. They're not... I think Real Madrid are a better side, so I would rather play United than Real Madrid. Let's put it that way. Pause and Gillet, do more quickness training. Really? I think it'd be fine. Yeah, it could be, though, Rocket Dam, if you've got other leagues turned on. I find that, generally speaking, if you don't have them turned on, okay, cool, we'll take that random dude. It tends to be... They just tend to stick with their managers for as long as possible and very rarely replace them. Yeah, like, we beat City. Real Madrid are easily the best team in the world, I would say, right now. City are definitely up there in this save, but Man United, I mean, what was their path to the final? So they lost to Juve in the groups, and they lost to Lyon. And we've beaten Juve. We knocked them out of the semis. Lyon actually were quite good, in fairness. They beat Inter, then they beat Lyon, but only narrowly. Then again, only narrowly beat Sporting. Then again, only narrowly beat Real Madrid, who admittedly are very, 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 very good indeed. So that should tell us more in a way. 2.5 star CA in the under-23s. It was probably... Oh, Frank Ramos. Oh, yeah, it's weird that he's there. He's one of the guys that's supposed to be in the loan farm. Wait. Although apparently he was never on the dev list. That's weird. Hang on. He's 19. Why can I not... Oh, there he is. That was weird. It glitched out. Yeah, it's Ramos. He's one of the ones that hopefully we want to have a decent chance. I think we might actually have a chance, genuinely, yeah. I also offered out, because we're before the window opens, I tried that loan thing again to see if it would actually trigger anything. So we'll see. They did rep roll Real. It really does be feeling like it, yeah. Okay. Wow, is that just straight to it? Kevin Bishop's got a call up. Very important information to have. Okay. Right. So, who plays this match? I'll just let my assistant pick first and then kind of adjust it after that. Kadri is on it. The back line is fine. That's what we know. Vida, he's got some match sharpness back. He's back up to... He's not going to be at his best, but we've got no other options because of the Krastev injury, right? No team meeting. Absolutely not. Team meetings are a trap. They can only ever make things worse, I find. Like, basically, if I went into this team meeting, no matter what I said, they would get pissed at me pretty much, and then we'd lose morale before the final. I don't touch team meetings in FM, unless I'm forced into one, obviously, in which case, yeah. Right. Okay. Gert obviously starts. Padilla, Quasi, Perez is fine. The question is, Kamga or Rojas? And honestly, I'm leaning towards Kamga. Because Kamga has just done better this season. Like, Rojas should be the better player, but for whatever reason, plus he's also slightly more knackered, Kamga has just done things for us. Does he have big games? He does. That might explain it. Rojas doesn't have that. He scored those headers. He's versatile. We can move him around as well because we need like a full match plan here in a way. U-shaped sofa with a 28 months. Kamga does deserve it too, you're right.
Been a while. Watched Turo Trip the other day and I'm glad to say I remembered most of the sub sound effects.
Yes, you'd have pretty much heard every single one of them. I actually had a few more that I didn't use because they were too long. So the plan for this game... let me just get rid of the unregistered so we can see who we've actually got at our disposal. We literally can't even field a full bench because of the injuries. Let me just make sure that we do in fact do that. So shame we can't put Andy on the bench really. So who gets the spot? Matt Stone! So Espino doesn't have... so basically, Espino doesn't have likes big matches, but he also doesn't hate them. Jozanovic doesn't like big matches, but the difference in quality between the two is so vast that I just don't think we could afford to not play Jozanovic. Even if he's...
Good luck.
Basically...
Demand more.
He's too good to not drop, to not start, even if he doesn't like big matches, because he's so good. Fair Cakes, thank you very much for the 6 months, and everyone else. Vida hasn't played in months. Vida has not played a competitive game since January, but the only other option is no one. Because it's literally Gordon Zammit, who I am going to put on the bench because we've got no choice, actually. Because he's literally going to be our backup wingback if we need one. That's how desperate we are. Krastev got the same injury as Vida did, but like 3 weeks ago, so he's gone. So it's a real toughie one. So, I think that the lineup is good. The plan, like, throughout the game, Lahovy can be fine there. No, he can't. Lahovy has absolutely zero ability to play on that spot. So if I put him there, it would be as if he was playing in goal. The game would punish him so severely that it's not even worth touching. He'd be grey-starred there, which is silly, but yeah. FM punishes players way too much for that. Even, look, he could play there easily. Like, he's got a right foot. It's the same role, but unfortunately, he would just get punished to death for playing in that role. Oh, you have Daz. It's the perfect time to arrive. Yeah. So Kadri's a little bit tired as well. So is Paez. I don't know why. Considering they both played a game a week ago. And they weren't registered for anything else. That's a little bit concerning. Palacio can't play there either, no. He has slightly higher ability to play there than... Like, he has the vaguest bit of quality, but again, with the same problem. I mean, let's be honest. If we do get an injured Vida, I'd probably still put Lahovy on there instead of Palacio, but he would be punished like crazy. The main plan, as far as the game is concerned, is do what we do, hope that we just win anyway. But as for the bench options, the simple thing that we'd want to do pretty much is to, if Padilla's struggling, we bring on Markovic for Kamga and we bring on Markovic and push Kamga up into this role here. We bring on Lahovi so they can link up in the same way. And then we can bring on Henry for either of these two spots, ideally. Nunez is an option. How bad is Gordon? I'm guessing very. I mean, he is very bad, but he's not actually as bad as I thought he was going to be. He's better than I thought. Hopefully this is not a situation that we have to worry about. It's hopefully not a bridge that we're going to end up crossing, but it's there. At the very least, we should have him on the bench because that's the one spot that we're the weakest. Espino again could come on. Like, for example, if Jozanovic is having an absolute shitter, then I can bring on Espino, but he's simply not as good as Jozanovic. And it's not like he likes big matches, he just doesn't hate them either, so you're not getting as much out of him on that side of things either. Danny's Game Hole, thank you very much for the follow. As for the other guys, Barbosa is available. Barbosa also doesn't like big matches, so that could be costly if we were to bring him on. No one on yellow for the video roll. No. Bear in mind, we have Krastev, but he's injured, and there's only so many players we can put in the squad. So when your second choice is injured as badly as Krastev is, there's very little options that we had, and Melman couldn't be registered, so we're kind of a bit screwed in that. We weren't expecting both of our right wing backs to get season-long injuries, basically. Fatty McBig, are you me? Thank you for the follow. Did that one go through? It did, nice. So that's, I think, the plan. Tactically, we keep things the same. There's no reason to change it right now. Obviously, we got to the final with this tactic, and nor am I going to change it after 10 minutes if it's not looking perfectly, right? Eventually get a good... But, oh, we actually do have one, Justinian. Wow, I know. Why wasn't I expecting all of our players again? That's silly, isn't it? European final. It was a final 2, Newcastle 1 in the end. Yeah, we do actually have the best Maltese player, I believe, in the world right now, which is Matthew Side. No, it has to be, and it's the perfect time, Danny, because we were just about to start the final as well. Well, that's why we have exclamation mark backseat Ninja Chicken. 2 tracks, it works. Like, we've made it work. It's partly for the memes and partly because it works. I imagine he's got to be the best Maltese player in the world right now. And he came through our youth academy, which is pretty impressive, honestly. Does he like big matches? No, he actually doesn't. So it's a shame. Such is life. But yeah, there we go. Oh, I didn't realise Perez was the top scorer and is definitely going to win that. Okay. Opposition instructions. I'm just going to go with the assistant for now. This I will change a little bit if we start to actually see some stuff happening. I like messing with these in these full matches because sometimes you can get marginal gains out of it. But I'll just go with whatever he wants for the time being and kind of go from there. What is their team actually looking like? So Jose Perez in goal. He's a very good goalkeeper. But is he world class? Kinda? Does have really low aerial reach though. 7 aerial reach is really bad. Which does make me think that we might actually get some joy from the air. Jeffrey Bruil. Good wing back. I think ours are better. Truthfully. He's basically a physicals merchant. I think our wing backs are both better. In both positions. Andre Bojan. Good centre back. But I feel like if he was playing for us, he would be like borderline first team. They do actually have a guy missing as well, who's their first choice centre back. I can't remember his name, but he's injured, so it doesn't even matter. He's very good, but he's not playing anyway. De Silva, is he facing the game? Of course he is. He was a late developer. Things you love to see. He's well rounded, but again, not like good physicals, really low aggression as well. I feel like they could be got at from a defensive standpoint, at least. Like, he's good attributes, but they're not amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling a bit more confident now. Chubby, thank you for the follow. Float crosses. Well, no, we're not going to change the tactic before we start the game. Alfredo Almeida. Again, pace is good. No dribbling ability. Good mentals, but not like... well, unfortunately, we can't see if they don't like big games because we've not got this guy scouted. But, you know. So we've already played 4 matches. Yeah, I suspect that's because the guy that they normally play is out injured. I'll show you him in a second. In fact, I'll find him now. It's... this guy here, Philip Dolling. This is their normal starting centre-back, who's injured and will miss this game. I'd be scared against. Like, he's the sort of guy, if we saw him in the defence, I'd be like, oh shit, we got worries. He's not playing this game. Like, he's a lot better. But he doesn't get to start because he's injured. Nikolic as well. Good midfielder, good part. Like, he's just a very, very, very excellent player, basically. No two ways about him. Desire Doué, real player, very good. World class, absolutely, for sure. Murilo Pereira. Yeah, now he is an insane player. Their midfield is very, very good. They could win the midfield battle, honestly. Then they've got Duranville, of course, who is genuinely excellent. But he is 32 now. Still quite got pace. No jumping reach, though, so we could definitely get there. Yeah, they're getting quite good. And then they've got Alejandro Garnacho on the left, who is just insane. But again, 33, out of contract this summer as well. And then their actual striker is Granelli, who is just absolute filth. And he's only 22. That's scary. He's 22 years old. I remember seeing this guy at Juve a few years ago, and he had insane attributes then as well. And we couldn't afford to buy him, obviously, but he would have weirdly talked to us. But it's obviously too late now. He's incredible. Yeah, he does have an injury. Oh, wow. Scheduled to a complete rehabilitation and turn to a full so he's not even back in full training yet. Right. Tackle harder. Potentially. Yeah, he's very good. Oh, there is a couple of players that are better than him in the game. There's a guy at Real Madrid who is literally better. But, in fact, the guy at Real Madrid is probably the best player I've ever seen in FM. Fuck it, I'll show you him now because this is what we're here for, right? Weird stuff like this. There's a guy at Real Madrid who is legitimately the best player I've ever seen in FM. This guy here. He's not even a striker, but if he was a striker, he would be, right? He's the best player I've ever seen. There was a guy on my last save that I always used to use as an example called Imanol Moreno. This guy's better than him. He hasn't have a single attribute below 7. And that's his bravery. He's... Oh, no, sorry, he's got his jumping reach quite low. Yeah, true. 300 minutes, and deservedly so. He's absolutely unbelievable. Still only 27 as well. Like, he may actually improve on some of his mental attributes. He's just... Yeah. Isn't elite for him. It's not, but everything else kind of makes him an elite winger when he's got 19 passing and 20 vision. He's a playmaker no matter where you put him. Who wants him? That's PSG probably? Man City, what does it say? Unknown, damn it. Yeah, he's basically... He's even got 13 tackling, 13 marking. You could put him as a wing back and he would flourish in that role. He's just absolutely incredible, basically. Yeah. Portuguese, I mean, how many caps he got? 70 odd? 74. Incredible. He's like if KDB was faster and could play out wide. He's all things. I absolutely adore him. Right, so if we could do the prediction now, because I'm going to go have a pee break before we actually get into the game, because I don't want to have to stop in the middle of the match to go urinate. That would be silly. So I'm going to go quickly pee break. Oh, Vaughn's already done it. Nice. In that case, I'm going to go pee. I'll be back in a second, chat, for the Champions League final. The first one of the save. Back in a second, friend. I was about to ask if anyone had got him yet, but it is David Grondin. I found one of those rarer one position, like only played one game for their club's players. So yeah, that's a hell of an option. That's one of the more obscure ones I've managed to get so far. You love to see it. Theo Foster, thank you very much for the follow. You come at a very perfect time. We're about to start the Champions League final. It's so bastard hot, chat. But first, the Maltese national anthem. They requested Numb by Linkin Park. Did it actually play the song? I'll have to check the bot. I don't know what that's going to be, but it's going to be fun. It is done now. Right. Moment of truth, friends. I'm not a big fan of it myself, Mandard, but chat like it. Oh, thank you, Theo. That's very kind of you, friend. It was just a suggestion. I see. Hang on. I'll just put the Roy Fleming song on. We could do the Roy Fleming Eurovision entry. Ah, dear. Right. Let's go. Well, that's good news. They're emboldened. He's roused. You'll love to see it. Yeah, I must admit it, man. I'm not sure I understand the appeal, personally, myself. But hey, each to their own. The Siren song. I do. I've got the Roy Fleming ballad and the Sirens Eurovision song. Might make a fun Wordle type. That'd be absolutely a budget. It's not a thing I've seen this loads. I started doing it before I saw anyone else do it, but that doesn't mean they weren't doing it. It just means that I didn't see it because I wasn't paying attention. I see it on TikTok all the time. So yeah, that would be really, really sick actually, Majo. Lucas, thank you for the follow. Right. Oh, brilliant. You know it's good when you get the exact revenge one before the Champions League final? It's perfect times. No, we'd only been to the quarterfinals once in this save. I can't do that, hang around, because we're in the match screen now and it will make it go all glitchy. We will save that for the inevitable, for the win. Actually, what I'll do is I'll refund your points for the time being. That way, if I forget, you don't lose out on them. But request it again if we win or if we lose, honestly. Right. Do we have the cow book? Yeah, we got the cow book. Just in case, we got the cow book ready for penalty shootouts. If we go to a second one, I've got the bear book. It's all good.
Yes, very soon.
Jamie Smith, thank you very much for the follow. Well, that's really dusty as hell. Oh my god. Right, here we go. Ten Hag's team, they're going for the 4. Oh, okay. They're going aggressive. I rate that. Ooh. At the moment, Karma, I have TV and then zoomed all the way in and then height all the way down. That way it puts it quite low, but it kind of looks the most like actual TV. More dust in my microphone. Don't be silly, man. Don't be silly. Nothing is dustier than my microphone, other than my opinions. Although, actually, they're sometimes washed as well, so you can't have both. It's the same referee, by the way, that we've had for every single match, I think, in the knockouts. This guy apparently he's had no yellow cards. Disagree. Okay, let's go. We're playing this in the Bernabeu, so it means if Man United had if they'd lost to Real Madrid in the semis, Real Madrid would have been playing at home here. Wash them in dust. Just exposing my secrets here. That would be kind of sick, DPT. The reason they don't have that, I believe, is because of licensing. Because if you're too close, they would then be representing the likeness of the players. Well, sure. Is he really? No, Sweetie unfortunately lost 1-0. They had 2 absolutely golden chances in the dying seconds, and they should have really equalised, really. Right, come on, Palacio. Tear him a new one within seconds. Or, that's fine. I think as long as we do better than Sweetie, can't really argue with that, right? For personality types, yeah, that's true, exactly. They're only allowed to have the positive or neutral personalities. So come on, Kadri. Okay, careful now, bud. No need to overdo it in the early stages, but it's nice to see us captain United's half already. Come on, Vida. Back from his injury. Can he show us some quality? I'll tell you what. Oh, that's the sort of stuff we want to see today. Their goalkeeper has almost zero command of area. No aerial reach. So if we can get some good crosses in, I think he could be challenged there. Even though Quasi obviously is not the tallest, but Perez has got a bit of height on him, and we've got guys like Kamga going to the back post occasionally. It could really work. Palacio, that's a lovely run from Kamga already. He knows what's up today. Oh, look at that. Selling them a dummy, balling again. We're going to get headers on goal today. And lots of them. Their keeper is just not going to come for that stuff, is he? Yeah, it's because, Star, with England not being switched on in this save, they tend not to... When they do sack managers, they tend not to replace them, so they kind of just stall out a lot of the time. I think Perez is definitely taller. Oh. Right. Just sensible stuff now. The other thing is, with Duranville and Garnacho, they are not like elite speed-wise as wingers, because they are 34 and 32 respectively. They're not as fast as, say, some of the wingers we've come up against this season, like your Man City guys, who are all like 17, 18 pace. These guys are only like 30, like between 14 and 15, and I think that's going to make a difference when it comes up against people like Palacio, who is just going to have the beating of them on pace every single time they come up against him. I think he could actually do quite a good job today. Vida might be more of a struggle as he's not quite as quick, but still. Camera type by chance. Camera type by chance. Well, I'm not sure what else I could change. I mean, this is the camera that we use for matches. I don't know what else I can really change about it. The other cameras don't look good, so I don't use them for the most part. I'm not really sure what I can change about it. It is annoying the way that it swings like that, though. I wish it was a bit more static, but I think that's just because it's... I don't know what I can really change about it. We fully zoomed in. Yeah, the problem is if we zoom out, though, you get this kind of weird thing that I'm not really a big fan of. The perspective's a little bit strange. I could maybe move it up a little bit so it's not quite as zoomed in. Maybe gives us a bit more of a view of the pitch and makes it a little bit less swingy. But I find that I like being able to see a little bit more of the... Actually, I don't mind this. We can see a bit more of the pitch, I suppose. Come on, Vida. Go on, buddy. No worries, I don't want you to feel unwell. It's just, this is just... I actually don't mind this. Yeah, they don't, because there's no... The mechanics that operate in the managerial market there aren't as active. Oh, that's a nice idea. Sideline view. Yeah, I don't really like the sideline view one. Because isn't that the one that moves along like almost like it's on a rail? This is the one I've kind of got comfortable with. That's the other thing. It's because it's not static. It changes based on the stadium. So it can vary a lot. There are certain stadiums where it looks unbelievable. I remember when I was doing Premier League years, the West Ham camera position for those matches when I was capturing them are absolutely fantastic. It looked absolutely perfect. But none of the other grounds looked pretty... Bristol City's one was so high up. Right, here we go. Not a long ranger from Kadri, hopefully. Keeping it sensible. We're getting a lot of early possession, though, which is nice. Yeah, this is the Bernabeu ball. And again, goalkeeper's not going to come for that. Palacio! They've got a really short right back as well, which means Palacio should be able to outmatch him pretty much the entire day. Although, it would be nice if you could maybe get back to defend. What? How...
Fiona!
Okay, keeper might not be... Did you see how hard he threw that ball? Keeper's got an arm on him. He should be playing a different sport.
Do you know if
Holy
there's a train
Christ.
coming anytime soon? Oh yes, very soon.
Oh dear.
They are
Ashley
building it
Beliakov and Zbagani. Sorry. Yeah, Zbagani. Thank you very much for the follow. Is that... what happened there? I missed that. Oh. That's true. We've already done more than Sweetie did, practically. Although they did have those couple of chances. Right, that's fine. But we've got no one up at the moment. But 80% possession over the first 6 minutes is a good sign. Although we've got to be careful here. Get a block in somebody. Oh, my God. Kadri just got a hell of a block on that one. He's actually deflected that onto the crossbar. We just gave them way too much space in our penalty area. That is an incredible block from the defender. Right, come on, keeper. That's better. See, their keeper's not going to be able to do that as much today. Whereas Jibby has got it. That was a big chance. That was a huge chance for United. But we got away with it. Sometimes you need a bit of luck, right? I'm a little bit concerned about the fitness levels of certain of our centre-backs, so I feel like Espino will end up on the pitch at some point today. Beth Instruction must be a strong boy. He's like a little... He's like Jordan Shaqiri as a goalkeeper. Oh, Christ. God, we managed to box them out there, right? This is where we want to be. Oh, I like the idea. But that pass has got to be more forward. He's tried to play almost too close to him. I wonder if that's because we don't have pass into space turned on. Not that I really like doing that, because I find that we just give the ball away too much doing that. Right, he should win that header. Yes, that's what I want to see. Other European finals. Feyenoord beat Newcastle in the Europa, and Marseille beat Sweetie in the Conference League. The biggest club that you have higher rep than in the save? I actually don't know, but trust me, it's not very many. Our rep is still on the same level as a good championship side. We actually went through the reputation stuff in the last stream. They look pretty good so far. Yeah, they had a struggly first sort of 5 minutes, but that was aggressive. But they're a good side. Like, we looked through their team, and you saw how good those guys were. They've got some good players. The thing that I think is the weakness for them is their defence. They've not got their first choice centre-back. Their goalkeeper has no aerial ability, and I think we can get at them through that. But their strike force, despite their wingers not being the quickest, is where their real strength is. If they can get the ball to Granelli, it's pretty much over, I would say. He is too good to not be able to score past our goalkeeper. And that's always going to be the tough part. The only thing we might have on our side is the fact that he's nursing a slight injury. Or it certainly seemed like he was anyway. So maybe he won't be at 100%. So that might help us. Like, he might be a bit slow off the mark. Oh, he could have played that through there. But I like that we're being patient. We're not just dumping it over the top. We're actually trying to play our own game. And we're playing it quite well in places too. Right, come on, Palacio. Show a bit of that speed. Here we go. Get it back to him. Now make the run. Kamga's made it for him. Oh, he could have got that through. Yeah, no, literally. When we were in the last save, we went from like 3-star... No, we went from... I think it was 3.5 star to 5-star just by winning the Champions League. That's how much it pushed you up, basically. Pushed it? Hello, Mikey. It feels like this is going to be a game of them kind of trying to catch us on the counter-attack. Vida has some match fitness. He's up to about 75% match fitness. So he played 2 friendlies in the 2 weeks after the season finished, which was the only 2 games he could actually play. Again, their keeper didn't even come for that. That was easily grabbable. Right, okay, I'm formulating plans for if things start to go a bit wrong. No, sadly not, Joe. They lost 1-0. Didn't have a shot until the 82nd minute. But then they had absolutely 2 brilliant chances, both of which were well saved by the other team's goalkeeper. Vida, all right, corner time. Here we go. Did that go through? I think it did. Hopefully that's all gone through. Melman as a striker in this game actually could have genuinely been the cheat code. It's a shame he's not registered. Clipped over the crossbar, that's okay. Oh. Taking York City to the Premier League, nice. Oh, Nordic countries. Okay, that's kind of cool. Someone from chat, James and Kathy, he built a Yorkshire database with that. I think he's offside there, surely. I'm feeling good about the way we look so far. We're in control of the ball. Like, Man United are giving us a lot... What the fuck? They're giving us a lot of possession. They're actually letting us play. Yeah, we're on full match. We always do finals on full match for the memes. We're good from set pieces because Paez is on the pitch. And if he could get a couple of clear headers... Oh, close one. That was really strange why it blocked piranhas. Is it like a language thing? Very strange. That's even weirder than Nashar. I love the fact that they're letting us actually control the ball, though. Like, we're getting 69, nice, percent possession against Manchester United in the Champions League final. It's like the reversal of the last game. The difference is I just think that we have the firepower to play through them like this. Because if they're going to let us have the ball out wide, eventually crosses will just come in. And at some point, their goalkeeper just isn't going to be able to handle it. That's a great pass for Perez. Come on. They're kind of camped there, and they are actually denying us a lot of space here, but we just get the ball back to the centre-backs. Eventually, the ball is going to end up with either Vida or Palacio. And so far, they've had the better of both their wing-backs. For my money, anyway. Vita Roque, I don't know, honestly. Like, now Palacio's got space. And he's just better. Like, come on, buddy. That's good defending, actually, from Duranville. They do. They'll eat anything, Inferno. The bastards. Oh. Right. No, we got it back again. What's it? I know it's a crazy one, isn't it? They have had the best chance of the entire game, though, which we do have to worry about, because they were able to get that. It was very strange the way that came about, though, because it just sort of... None of our defenders seemingly did anything, and all of a sudden they just had a chance. Right. Great tackle from Gertulay. That's what we needed. That type of intensity from him. It's taken a while for him to develop into this player, and I don't think he's anywhere near developed yet, but he feels like the Tony Sunday replacement. Finally. Right, come on, keeper. That's yours. Yes, nice. Oh, Jorvik, of course it is, yeah. That's actually a cool idea. The first 29 games in the... That's a lot of games. That is a lot of games. Even in FM, you normally get like a one statistically lucky result, right? Okay, get a touch in. That's fine. The one thing we are missing is a little bit of height in the right-hand side of our midfield is a little bit short. Gert's not the tallest. Padilla's not the tallest. Neither's Quasi. Kamga and Perez have got a bit of height to them. So it is a bit concerning when we lump the ball and it goes into that area of the pitch because we're simply not going to win those aerial battles. But we are at least keeping United this side. Yeah, I miss Tony as well. It could be a lot worse if we were playing against him today because I think he would have done a job on us. Because Gert is still nowhere near on his level. But he's getting there. Slowly but surely, he's developing into the player that I feel like he could be. I reckon he could actually be better than Tony one day, maybe. Oh! But this is where we want them. Just in this position here, not doing any danger. Ball in. Goalkeepers come for it. Easy. Clint Hillay. Yeah. Oh, you know him. Do you have complaints left to find out? Oh, I'm sure that was it. Probably definitely wasn't constructive or retaliatory dismissal. Another person at Pogsworks just quit, so she might be getting a promotion, potentially. Not that she'd want that, really, because there's a reason why these people keep quitting. Such is the problem. Hopefully that song request went through okay. Right. You know, I'm fairly content with how we've played so far. Haven't really had that clear-cut opportunity yet, but it feels like it's coming. You can't have this much possession and not create something. Not when you're us. Cut to us at the end of the game having had exactly this much possession and not created anything. Right, come on, Vida. Oh, that's a good tackle. Warm up for the entire game. I wish I could, but Melman's not even in the squad, unfortunately. We needed to drop someone from the squad in order to register a new player, and Melman sadly had to be the guy for that. But that's fine. Man United give us the ball back yet again. Any ratings that are kind of dropping? Nobody's having a particularly bad game. Gile's doing well. Kadri and Paez have done very well. And Kamga... Oh no, and Palacio's done well as well, which is good. He's warming up in St. Paul's Bay, exactly. Hey, Holbrook. A goal has been scored. No, it's been pretty dead as a game so far. We're, I would argue, having the better of the possession, but the best chance has gone to United so far. Oh, here we go. Vida, come on, buddy. Drill it. Just drill it. Yeah, Melman unfortunately did the whole FRT thing, so he's gone at the end of the season, sadly. He hasn't played as much lately, because even when Quasi's not available, we just move Padilla up into that space now. Paez cleared away. Yeah, Vida just overdid it there. Like, he had the spot. Either pass it or shoot when he needs to either shoot earlier or pass it at the last second. Yeah, it's when they declare that they're going to leave for a free transfer and there's nothing you could do about it, basically. So it shows this, like, FRT symbol above their thingy. Most valuable player. At the moment, fucking nobody, because our player values have just dropped out the arse, as always. But probably Palacio still. And he's only worth, like, 8 million. He was worth 70 million, like, 2 weeks ago. But because it's FM, the values are absolutely fucked. Go on. Okay, not quite who I wanted on the end of this here. Jezanovic flying forward. Multinational coach. No, I'm not. No. It's not really relevant to the save, and it just slows everything down. That and national team management in FM is unfortunately utterly shocking as an experience, even if it has got slightly better this year. Big bids on Quasi. True. Yeah, you're right. I think there's one other guy that's worth like 17 million. It might even be Gert. No, it's not, is it? God, I've got to take this blazer off. It's too fucking hot, man. It's not like it was bringing us much good luck now. Yeah, and it's such a shame that national team management is so bad because it doesn't need to be. I feel like there's a lot of things that could be done for it. You'd think it would. Unfortunately, it just doesn't. Yeah, it's all the jacket's fault. Still got the tie. We're still tied up. We're kinky like that. It's been very even, actually. Like, teams are both creating chances. It's just we're the ones sort of building the play up slowly. United are just going for it. Must be feeling the pressure, yeah. Because I'm doing this, like, shit. And then they're like, why is he wearing a Fulham Hawaiian shirt? Rest players make it better. That and change some of the call-up screens. There's a lot of things that could be done, basically. The other problem with international management is because of how it is, there's just such a long time between games, and it can get very tedious because of that alone. Especially in a save like this, when obviously, you know, how long it takes us to get between games anyway because of the size of the database, right? Much relaxed, Mormon. Score of Sweet was sadly 1-0 to Marseille in the end. Come on, Kamga. Okay, I don't mind that. Gert might shoot. Oh. Okay, we'll play. This is the oh dear, that was a bit brave. No, we do full match for the finals because it builds the tension. It just makes everything that little bit more interesting. Plus, you end up getting excited over things that are not that exciting sometimes as well, which I find quite funny myself. Here we go. Right, get it back to him. They are quite good in the tackle. They are snapping in and trying to do... Vida does look the most sort of active. Even though Palacio's got a better rating so far, it feels like Vida's done more with the ball when he's got it. Now, that could just be because the player he's up against is weaker. Or maybe they think because Palacio's better, they're going to target him more than Vida. But you know what Vida does? He's still the top assister in this team this season, despite having missed half the season with injury. Yeah, he really does create the heroes and villains, because you just get to see stuff that you wouldn't normally see. And also get frustrated at the referee for repeatedly not booking a player who just constantly fouls people. I'm looking at you, that guy from Real Madrid back in my save 4 years ago. Navarro, that was him, yeah. That's the thing, yeah, because he technically is probably the weakest player on the squad, but the numbers he puts up, he's a pure attributes player. He's just a match engine machine. Plus, it also gives us ideas from a tactical standpoint. But I'm actually very happy tactically with this game so far. We've kept the ball really nicely. Have fashioned a few little openings here. Outside of that one big chance, they haven't really done much. Although passing like that is certainly not going to help.
They are building it now.
Okay. Paez, that was unnecessary. Psycho, thank you for the follow. Been rejected before. I don't know. I've not managed in a league that does work permit stuff. Also, Granelli's down injured. This could be helpful for us. Maybe that yellow card is a good thing. They're just going to take the free kick with him lying there. He's busting a move. Yeah, if he's injured the injured guy, that would be perfect. But the concern of having Paez on a booking for the rest of the save... rest of the game could be a concern because it's only 26 minutes in. This might be an Espino substitution later if ever I've seen one. But yeah, no, the whole work permit thing I've not encountered for a while. It is full match, yes. It's an own goal. We've just scored an own goal. Jozanovic has just scored an own goal directly from that kickoff. Sorry, directly from that free kick. I was wondering if that was going to be offside or something. It's just drilled across. And I don't know how he's even done that. I don't know how he's even done that. I think Granelli's kicked it against him. Oh, Jesus. He is the one that didn't like big matches, yeah. But again, you can't put it down to that one thing. Even if the entire team has won big matches, it only showed a 10% drop-off in performance. So that's one player who almost certainly doesn't have that. Not the way you want to concede a goal in a Champions League final, but this is FM after all. Let's see. I still believe we've got what it takes to get back into this game. I was about to say, although I need to make changes to make themselves better, then I realise we're in charge of this game. We're the ones that decide that information. Oh, Vida, what was that? Don't give them a chance here. Is this the final? Yes, this is the final, yeah. Oh, God. It's fine. Plenty of time. I'd rather concede that goal, honestly, than a really good goal, because at least this shows that they're having to, you know, they're not playing that well. They just got a lucky goal. Did it even count as a shot? No, there's not even a shot off that. Nathan Harmer, thank you very much for the follow. Europa, that was Feyenoord. Feyenoord beat Newcastle in the final of that. Although I must admit, we've looked a little bit rattled since they scored. Oh! Good save. Very good save. Yeah, Jozanovic got punished dearly for that. That's the sort of thing that would make me bring Espino on in the second half. If he continues to have an absolutely shocking game, then Espino can't... Oh, Christ. No, not going to do us with the Schlong corner, are they? Oh, they're going to try it again. Oh, he's offside. Oh, I got worried there. Granelli is very good. Padilla's had a poor day so far, but remember, we have a plan for this. If Padilla starts to struggle in the second half, we move Kamga and Lend, who is having a good game, up there. We bring Markovic in. That's surely a foul. And then Lahovi comes on if we need him to. Vida's had a poor game as well. He's on a 6-4. To be fair, he has lost possession a couple of times in kind of key areas, but we've got no choice but to keep him on. Unfortunately, I suspect that part of that is just going to be a little of... Oh my God. Could we not give the ball away directly from a free kick, lads? That is some pure nonsense. Right, you've got to get your head in the game. Still early days yet, but you've got to play better than that. Jesus Christ. Turkish Airlines. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we did... If we see another Schlong highlight like that, we can always take some action to try and prevent that. We'll just miss with our defensive set-piece settings, because we did that once against Milan. Berate now. We don't do berate. That doesn't work. I always encourage. That's a bit. Perez has not done well. Quasi's not done well. Kadri's done okay. It's basically just Kadri and Kamga. Oh, and Gillet that have stood out for me in this game so far. Especially Kamga. He's the one guy that's generating opportunities for us. Duranville. Watch out. He's going to just cut inside and shoot here, isn't he? Oh, no. Crap. Get a block on, lads. Okay, good. Quasi might actually get that down. No, he doesn't, but we got a chance for a breakaway. Okay. Quasi's been pretty much anonymous here. Oh, what is that? Such bad build-up there from us. Okay, right. We should win the header here. No problem. But we're just not winning the second ball. There we go. That's better. That's what we need to see. But then again, we just don't get the right pass after that. Their decision-making has not been on fire today, shall we say. Oh, I like the idea. It feels like one of these days that pass is actually going to go through, but it just hasn't thus far. Because that was a big chance they had. Yeah, they've edged it now, I would say. Good tackle again from Vida. That will help get his confidence back up again. Right. Kamga's dropped in rating as well, though. Jozanovic has gained a little bit back, though, which I guess is something. They've got a long throw merchant, too, which I'm a little bit concerned about. Although so far it hasn't really yielded much for them. Although watch them now score from the edge of the box. Oh, my lord. Too much space, it seems. Yeah, but again, we got here with this tactic. Us making sweeping changes is not going to make any difference. Certainly not without any real plan as to what they're actually going to do with it. End of the day, their wingers are going to get some space because we play wingbacks. Presumably because when their fullbacks push up as well, they're going to get slightly outnumbered. But if they do so, it's going to leave gaps, which we have to take advantage to. Yeah, Palacio is having a bit of an odd day so far. This is more like it. Get forward. That's better. That's when he's at his best. But again, Perez just doesn't hold the ball up properly. We'll let it play out to half-time, and we can have a look at some of the stats and see if there is any slight minor changes we can make. The one thing I would say is perhaps we could trigger press on their wingers, which we're actually not doing. Just have someone try to get in there a little bit faster, because you're right, they are getting a little bit too much space, but I don't want to make any like tactical tweaks, but little instructions can sometimes be the difference. Just getting out to them a bit faster, stop them from getting into dangerous positions, or at least getting someone to them. Because Vida's done well when he's actually got close to his man, but he's just not done it enough. Oh, Jesus. Like, we kind of had a really good opening 10-15 minutes, and it's kind of gone off the boil a little bit since then. Right, good block needed, well done. That was better. I mean, it wasn't a winger, but he actually got in and blocked the shot. Not the shot, sorry, the cross. So I'm just peering on the microphone trying to see who's actually done well and who hasn't for us so far. Right, that should be goalkeepers. Nice. No, Perez is the advanced forward, but the problem is he keeps spinning deep to collect the ball like that, and therefore he's not providing the outlet that he normally does. Normally what happens is the play builds up, so it goes to Perez. He then spins it around the side to Palacio and then bursts in behind, and then Palacio finds him with the ball. And what often happens as well is Kamga then moves into the space as well and joins the attack. What on earth has happened here? Oh, was that actually onside? Shit, it was. Which is weird that we'd be slowing the attacks down. Bear in mind, we're on the highest tempo imaginable. So they are actually making some odd decisions themselves here. That was a good chance. That's another thing as well. With the fact that we never watch the matches on full, for all we know, a lot of our attacks lead that same way. So it's actually worth just keeping things as they are for now, making little tweaks to like the opposition instructions to actually affect things until it starts to get desperate. Conference League final, unfortunately, was a 1-0 defeat for Sweetie. Oh, I thought that was going to trickle through. He's actually got some support there. It's a good tackle again. Grinelli's doing okay, sadly. Vida seems to be gaining rating again now. He's got back up to a 6.6 again, which is still pretty bad, but it was down to a 6.4 at one point. That's better from Palacio. Come on. You've got all the space in the world here. Oh! Oh, I've seen those given as penalties in FM sometimes. Right, this is where we want Vida on the ball. That's poor again, but we've got it back. Right, take two. This is better. We've got a bit of build-up now. Kamga. Space for days, actually. Finds Palacio. He's through. Go on. Oh, bloody hell. I'm so used to seeing those given as penalties. It just occurs to me that you see those tackles a lot in FM and they're not given. We only see them when they are. Right. That was better. Keeper's not come for it again. Their keeper really is not coming for that. It is just the animation, for sure, yeah. But that was better. We actually got in behind them that time. Palacio finally got involved in the game. That's when he's at his best, when he can get in behind and pull those balls back. Yeah, it is consistent. But yeah, I know what you mean. That's better. That's... So what normally happens there is he normally just takes a beat and spins it in behind. But that's okay. Not every player is going to look perfect, because particularly with being on full match. That's better from Padilla. Right, win that again. Ah, that's a shame. It's for a reason. Exactly, yeah. Every region is 200 PA. I don't think that would really... I don't think it would be a particularly interesting video, because you kind of... That right there is absolute nonsense. I mean, really. So... Imagine that being a goal to concede in the Champions League final. They're just... I love how certain players run into each other, but others are able to pass directly through them. It's like it chooses when or when not to have the players actually be collision. Ah, dear. Why don't they just stop? Because FM. It's a real shame when goals like that go in. So far it's been an own goal and that. And yet I still don't feel like we're beaten. We've conceded 2 goals off of 2 shots on target. Such is life. Ah, dear. That is unfortunate. Yeah, we'll have to hit him with another encouragement, but it is a shame to concede goals in the way that we have in this game. But I'm honestly not sure we could have done anything about them, really. The own goal and then that, it's like, really? There was 2 of them there, they just stop. Ah, dear. Run of the European permutations. What do you mean, David? Which permutations do you mean? Because basically at the moment, we're going to go second on the coefficients this year. Sorry, for the year itself, no matter what happens. Just by virtue of playing in the final. Right, good interception. Who actually was given... Jezanovic was given another mistake into a goal there. I think I'm going to get him off at half-time. I know that he doesn't like big matches, but as I said, it doesn't actually affect him that much, but he has had a bad game, so I feel like he does need to come off. Because at the moment, he's costing us dearly. He scored the own goal, and I think he was responsible for that one as well. Only really Kamga and Paez have done anything good in this game. They were kind of against the run of the play in terms of the build-up, but Man United have still had the chances. They've had the better of the opportunities. We've had promising moments that have not led to an out-and-out proper opportunity since really the first moments of the game with the Maltese sides in Europe. Well, nothing's going to happen because Sweetie they just lost their European final, so they're out. Obviously, we're the only team left in Europe now, obviously, because it's the final. Oh, please not another one. Oh. Throw into defence. Yeah, we might actually look at that. That's something I will be willing to change. We'll do that at half-time. That way we can get in and see. I think at half-time I'm thinking Espino in because Jezanovic just hasn't been it today, sadly. And didn't really request that song. I can send your points back. There we go. Like I keep them in the queue for a little bit. When it's come down to like unfortunately, the key moments have just not gone our way today. An own goal, which is just one of those things, and then that moment where, oh my God, I'm passing like that. It's just not great. Don't let him all the way through. What a tackle. We've not been as good as them. Possession's coming down as well, which could actually work out in our favour, perhaps. In the sense that if the possession's coming down, it means the player's changing slightly, and that might work out for us if we change something ourselves. Right, come on. This is better. Right, please find the pass. He's just going to lose the ball, isn't he? Yep. Oh, actually, no, he's got it back again. Come on, Carlos. Oh, look at him go. Oh. He's done everything until the finish. The group stage goes to Sirens, and then there's that. Oh, yeah, sorry. So basically, at the moment, we're obviously in the playoff round. Sweetie going to the second qualifying round, and then it's Europa League, like third round, or Europa League playoff, and then it's Conference League after that. However, due to us getting second on the year, we believe that weird permutations are actually going to mean that we jump straight into the group stage without any kind of hassle this time. He's playing on pure vibes right now, and it's not really working out for him at the moment. It is a shame, but yeah, I think we'll set up that thing for the defensive throw-ins and Espino on at half-time just to try and mix things up. We can't get Vida off. He's going to have to stay on the pitch. Gilet's really dropped off. He's made a couple of poor mistakes that have really cost us in this game. Right, here we go again. Kamga. Again, just poor passing. Poor passing and good interceptions from United. Bit of both. God, what will they be saying about us at half-time? Will they call us unlucky? Vida's also not really been involved in the game much as the halves worn on, and I wonder if, again, that comes down to his match sharpness not being as high. He's not been able to have the impact he had in the opening stages. This is better. Kamga with a bit of space on the ball, and again, sadly, once again, just poor decision-making and passing at the last minute. I feel like a lot of this isn't even Palacio's fault, to be fair. It's... the passes are so under-hit to him constantly. United, they're doing really well. That's a foul. Yeah, okay. He should have got to it, but I wonder if it's just the passes being under-hit a little bit. United are pushing up really, really high onto our wing-backs in this game, which is noteworthy, because that's definitely why they're getting those interceptions a lot. Right. Okay, half-time, we were good in the first bit, ball in behind.
Good, you came in summer,
that's not an instruction.
in winter.
Passing to space just means give the ball away, but it's something I'd consider later on, but not at half-time. I find with passing to space that it doesn't do what you want it to do half the time. It just means you lose possession constantly because your players are just playing the ball into aimless... If anything, passing to space gives them more chance to intercept it. Tebza, thank you very much for the follow. So it does, yeah. Right, we'll obviously yell at the team. Nice, easy start. Get that sorted. Then we can have a little look at that throw-in situation. Because I don't even have custom tactics, I don't think, for throw-ins. Because usually, it's not much of an issue. But with the fact that they've got... so we want a... defensive third. Yeah, they've kind of got it from all over. So do we have guys on the edge of the box? Wait, no counter-attackers at all. I mean, that would be something. mean, that would make sense to have that for a start. Why do we have nobody forward from throw-ins? Sorry, defensive throw-ins, that is. That might be something there. Yeah, that's why I find that I've never really liked passing to space, because I just find that you just give the ball away a lot of the time. I think that will help with that alone. That's one thing done. Next thing, we'll get him off. Soon and booted. It got very, very hot, so I took the jacket off. It's still on the bed. I've still got a tie on. It got extremely warm. It's the worst possible day for something like this. So yeah, he's anxious, so he's got to go. Espino can come in. Can he play that side? Yes, he can. Good. Okay, cool. Right. No, I've never seen him do anything as well. If I was to make one change in the second half, it might actually be to turn off work ball in the box to allow us to be a bit more free roaming. But for the time being, I'm actually content with keeping it the same. And just hope that we can come up with something. And just personnel changes might make the difference. Current look is actually gone then. Be more expressive. That just means they're going to ignore our tactics more. I remember a ska band. Yeah, someone even said that I was like the second choice trombone player in a ska band. And I'll take it. Working the ball, they do, but the thing is, it's not working. And one of the things we've often done in games when that's not worked is to just simply turn it off. Let's just see, actually, if my assistant has any new updated advice. Because what we were doing wasn't making any difference. And for the time being... This is the problem, because it's like, I don't want to make changes that we have no real idea if they're going to work or not, because then it's just going to make us worse. We know what we're currently getting. Like, the devil you know sometimes is better. Just trying to see if there's anything that really makes sense for us to do here, but for the time being... Talking off right now. Yeah, I mean, I can turn it back on again, but I don't think it's made much difference, honestly. I think maybe pressing a little bit harder on certain players could definitely maybe help us. Just to engage a bit more with them. Maybe leave the wingers alone for the time being, because I don't mind actually inviting the crosses if we can stay strong, because we do have we've got a good aerial player, so that's going to be okay for us. It's just the rest of it. I think, honestly, I'm willing to go into the second half with the same lineup and the same tactical setup, just with that one slight tweak there and a slight tweak to the lineup with Juzanovic coming off because he was shocking. And then the changes I would make, probably, would be to push Kamga and Lend into this role here. Actually, I'm tempted to do this now. And get on Markovic instead. Because he just seems to... That seems to work. Kamga as that Trek just seems to do things. That's 2 halftime subs, I know, but that will save us 3, and I want to make them at the same time. Right, okay, cool. Vida has been disappointing, yeah. But, who am I going to bring on for Vida? Like, he's the only wingback we have on the right. Because Krastev's injured. The only reason Vida's playing is because Krastev's injured. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way it is. Zammit! Complete wingback. Bring who on as a complete wingback? We don't have anyone else to bring on, unfortunately. It's time for Gordon Zammit. Imagine if he did. Do you know what? FM's just weird enough that he might, to be honest. Campact State, which was the distance between the team's outfield players, is no more than what on earth? I feel like they're just inventing things at this point. Where's Peter? Peter probably still not in the Maltese under-18 squad. We'll give it till 60, because that's usually when we make our proper substitutions, just because of the high intensity of the tactic. Might as well. Oh, yeah, no, if we're like 4-0 down, then Gordon's on. Because why not, right? At that point, we ain't coming back. But in this game, I feel like... Oh, Christ. Right, get across to him. Oh, that was actually really good defending from Kadri. But I feel like we've got a chance to get back into this. Change the wingbacks to complete wingbacks. Okay, but... This is why I struggle when it comes to backseating and stuff. Because it's like... I love when we talk about tactics and stuff, but when people just say, do X, but provide zero logic or reasoning as to why you would do X, that's where I find it's difficult to comprehend a lot of the time. And that's why I tend not to listen, because it's like, I won't make a change unless I have any reason to make that change. That's where it comes down to a lot of the time. Like, turn on the complete wingbacks because complete wingback is basically just a wingback that can't tackle. As far as like what the game considers complete wingbacks. They're just going to get forward even further, and we've not used them thus far. Like, oh Christ. And that's where it comes down to the problem with taking, like... It's just not really been our day, has it? I agree. We should just get a goal. Yeah, don't do that. Now, that's the kind of advice we can all agree on. That's frustrating, isn't it? Because we've seen tackles on our players just like that all game long.
Just
dear.
score
Got
a
action from the
goal.
spot. Scores 3-0. Right, now we turn off football in the box and try and go a bit ham for leather on them because we're 3-0 down. We might as well, right? Gordon, get your trackies off, buddy. Jambelaya, thank you very much for the 50 bits. We do need a dodgy red card. It's a good penalty, to be fair. Yeah, we need to have like 3 goals now. Would be just lovely. Yeah, it's just FM, unfortunately, Kima. I was waiting for the highlights to end. Right, so we're going to go straight away here. Turn that off. That's actually fine. Blazer back on. Fuck it. You know what? It can't hurt, can it? I'm resuming my membership of the Blazing Squad. Watch us score 2 goals now. Smashed. Sumashed. Thank you very much for the follow. Right. Couldn't plug the router. This is very true. No one will see it. I'm tempted to get Gordon on at 60 minutes, genuinely. We do at least have a full half to turn this around, but look at the goals that have been scored in this game. An own goal, a goal where our players stopped running, and then a penalty. It's like the ultimate in FM playing the hits against you, sadly. And honestly, we've not done much ourselves.
He would have scored 4 or more.
That's true. Or he'd have got sent off like he did against us. Thank you for the 50 bits, Jambalaya. Here we go. Oh, shocking touch again. Right, come on. Just a goal back now. Oh, Vida, come on. Oh, such a good tackle as well. Hot damn. Where's the dead cat? Where is the dead cat? Hang on a minute. Wait. I wonder if I can find the dead cat. No. Sadly, chat, we are catless. Oh, yeah. Basically, there was this random bit of fur, like a fluffy fake fur that Pog used to have on our coat, and I randomly put it on one day, just on my shoulder, and we scored loads of goals during African Adventure, and then I used to wear it as a lucky charm in finals. That's what it is. I just realised that was extremely unnerving what I just said, wasn't it? The fur hood thing, yeah. Cats and Daka from Red Bull Salzburg, that's the one, yeah. Right, come on, back post header, perhaps? No, it's another corner at least. Ah, dear. I still feel like we've got a chance. It sounds stupid. Perez has been... Both our strikers have been awful as well. I will really ring the changes at 60 minutes. Because why not at that point? It's frustrating to concede the goals the way we have. Like, we've had literally 3 shots on target, 3 goals. And one of them wasn't even a fucking shot on target. It really is the ultimate FM final, isn't it? But that's life. I do think that turning off football in the box will allow us a little bit more space to go. We've got to be pressuring those situations. Keeper's having a nightmare. But, I mean, you say that, but, like, it's a penalty, an own goal, and a perfectly good finish that he could do nothing about. I don't really see how we can blame the goalkeeper for any of the goals. Yeah, it could have been 2 shots on target, 3 goals, in fairness. There's every chance. Right, that's better. Right, now spin it out to Palacio. I might actually... I don't normally do this, but I actually feel like trying the wide play focus could actually work in this game. Normally the way we play this is to actually create like lots of interest through the middle that then creates the space out wide, which they then use. But I wonder if today, because at this point we're just fiddling with things, right? We're clearly going to be losing this game, so we might as well try some stuff to try and throw ourselves back into the game. Oh. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Oh, that's a really bad piece of play there. Ball in. Okay, over the bar. Oh. You can always complain about the goalkeeper. That's very true. We probably should yell at the players. Yell at them encouragement. But weirder things have happened in FM. We've come back from huge deficits before. You never know. If we could just find the magic sauce, get the right players on at 60 minutes, or maybe even sooner at this rate, maybe 55. Because both Quasi and Perez have been utterly anonymous in this game. That's true. YouTube comments have told me that if your goalkeeper concedes a goal, you have to sell them. It's very true. And it apparently is happening, Orsby, and it would be their first Champions League of the save as well. This is not like they've been like perennially up there either. How's Markovic looked since joining the game? Right, come on, Quasi. That's better. Right, runners, please find the... Oh, that's actually... Wait. No! I mean, to be fair, as far as I know, in none of the Building a Nation saves did we ever win our first ever Champions League final. Because we got to one in Season 9 with MTK against PSG and actually got clapped 3-0, as it goes. So we've never managed to win that first final we got to. Yeah, Gordon, if you could start warming up, bud, that would be fantastic. Could be counter-ticked on. Okay, sure. But again, if that was the case, presumably we would have noted, as in, that would have affected us quite negatively on the route to the Champions League final. And what I mean by that is that I feel like we got here playing this style of play, which means evidently it's good enough to get us to a Champions League final, which is why I don't like making too many tweaks. Because I just find that, you know, if it works, it works, right? Gordon's limbering. He is limbering. Hakunama, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I feel like never a team wins that first one. Yeah, it's one of those things, Martin. It's like you're almost certainly 100% correct, but sometimes things just synergize in weird ways in FM. Like I think right now, honestly, we'd probably only be losing like we really should only be like a goal down here, but that's just how it goes. Oh my god, with that kind of passing though, who could tell? Gert has also right. I'm gonna do it. We're going rafts here. Gert has been shocking.
Oh, this isn't where I parked my car.
The problem is we've only got 3 substitutions left, and I want to make loads more than that. And I think Gert honestly might not be the worst suspect. We need someone to do something up front, and I'm thinking Henry's the man. Because it's Henry. Gordon, because we said we would. Oh, he's got a star. And then there's one more. I'm thinking Lahovey. I love that. In danger of losing discipline. What's he going to do? Hello, Slapper. Thank you very much for the follow, friend. So only half as good. He's getting there. Got to save the last one. I've been saving for what, right? The options off the bench are pretty limited at this point. It is Gordon Sotelo, but like, I don't know what freshen the two of them. It's only going to make us worse there. As good as Palacios has been poor, I'm going to go for both. I'm going to go Lahovey. Lahovey does stuff with Kamga in that spot. We might as well. If we get an injury, like, what's the worst that can happen, right? If we somehow get this for extra time, then we'll get an extra sub anyway. So Gordon Zammit on. Bring on Coach Mbappe. Do you know what, right? He could probably do a better job at wingback than Gordon Zammit. I'm not even joking. Right, Lahovey. He does things when he plays. So can he do things again? Henry, we know he's always reliable in these types of matches. Can we see some more of that from him? Kamga now. There's Zammit moving into space. At least we're going to get to see him have a lot of touches. And here's his first one as a professional footballer. And it's to give the ball away. Well done, Gordon. Good pass there, Gordy boy. Right, good header needed here from... Oh, well played, Kadri. Oh, dear. Imagine making your... Was it Ryan Bertrand made his debut in a Champions League final? Or was that something else? Right, he's on the ball again. Clips into the midfield. That's better. He's found a pass. And we actually get the ball this time. We lost it again. Unfortunately, to Dolphin, it was 1-0 to Marseille in the end. They had some really good chances in the end of the game, but weren't able to bury it, sadly. One particularly good chance in stoppage time that they really should have scored. We look a bit more dynamic since that. We're actually playing it around a little bit more. There we go. Plenty of time. I might even... You know what? I'm going to break my cardinal rule. I'm going to throw it on attacking. Let's take a few more risks here. No risk, no reward, right? Did you just kick that straight out of play? Pierre, bud, you got to at least help me, meet me halfway. We're going to take some more risks. We've got to. Okay, that's an interesting decision. At this point, we are just dicking about with stuff, trying to find something to work. But, you know, if we do hit on something that actually creates something, then maybe we could actually steer into that, because we'll have the time to do so. If we do happen to find something that actually does break Man United down, then we'll have the time to try and make something work. Right, Kamga. I'm wondering, actually, if we up our passing directness. I'm feeling like there's certain positions that we get into where there is actually a passing option on, but because we're on shorter passing, we're not choosing it, instead trying to keep it tight. And I do wonder if being a little bit more expansive with the pass could allow us to pick out one of them. There we go. So this time we're actually stopping them from doing that edge of the box crap. Although they'll probably score off this anyway. From the edge of the box. Yes, there we go. Right, nice. Got to find the right pass here, Markovic, though. Or at least win us a free kick on the halfway line or something. Right, Henry's got it. He's lost it. Remember the top? Yeah, of course I do. It was a really fun save. Oh, nearly. Right, come on, Gordon. Positioning's important here, although weirdly, there's nobody on him. They had nobody on Gordon at all there. Been Matt after stream for chat. Yes. God, I was quite stocky, wasn't I? Like, more so than now. Now that I look at that, I'm just like, oh dear. That was gin. That was a lot of gin. I'll refund your points on that one. There we go. Least drunken Englishman, yeah. How dare you, Viking, you be so correct. Gin or chin? Bit of both. There's a bit of Chinzano. Oh, Christ. Good block. Filled out the blazer in it. Game floral patterns. What more do you want? Another fullback changes? Probably not, but I don't think it's going to make much difference. Truthfully, I think, honestly, at this point, we're moving deck chairs on the Titanic. This is one of these games that we were never going to win. When you look at the way the goals have been conceded in this game, we could have had a team of 200 CA monsters with 20 in every attribute, and I think we'd have still lost this game. It's just one of those things, sadly. Right, Zamet on the ball again. How's he actually... Oh, what a dreadful touch. And now he's fouled him as well. I suppose it is Zeep, yeah. Even though I have put on a bit of weight since, like, last November. Really need to get that down again. Come on, Gordy. I'll be happy if Gordon just doesn't end up on, like, a 6.3. From a play limit. I mean, in Malta in real life, I think it's 3. Or something like that. But in this save, it's not. Yeah, it's literally like, sorry, you're not a winner. So, yeah. Unfortunate. I mean, United have been the better team. It is annoying to concede only 3 shots on target and concede 3 goals, but we've only had 1 shot on target ourselves. Or is it about to be 4? Nope. There we go. 4 with a really good save. And he has made a couple of important saves when he's been needed to. It's just, we've been able to get nothing going from an attacking standpoint today. And again, Gillet has made some absolutely heinous decisions in this game, I must admit. He has been especially shocking. He keeps getting the ball and then just gives it straight to Man United every single time. Maybe I should have taken him off, but then we'd have just brought on Kona Guy, who doesn't like big matches, as far as I know. That would have made it even worse for us, I think. Like, he keeps getting the ball into really... Like, here, they'll ping it into him, and he's actually got room to turn around, and he just doesn't do it. Right, bit of space for Gordon. Finds Gillet. Will he give the ball away for once? Yeah, and again! This man... The Gert Gillet player pass to a Sirens player challenge impossible. Holy God. Holy shit. Oh, dear. A frustrating moment. Oh, hang on. He's offside. High potential players with excellent training facilities and decent coaching. Hang on. Unable to develop them. When you say unable to develop them, on what grounds are you unable to develop them? Because... the players will just develop over time. If they're playing football, they will develop. Obviously, having better training facilities does help. But really, as long as you're playing in league matches, it should be okay. How many passes is missed? I don't know if they count that stat. I wonder what his field tilt is. Right, Lahovi bringing it forward. Clips it across. Keeper's comfort. He's actually got one. Oh, dear. Yeah, he's had a mare. What? Does he like big matches? Oh, we can't click on that, can we? We have to show it from this one. Hang on. I think he might be a neutral guy. Yeah, so he doesn't dislike big matches, but he clearly doesn't like them that much. Not improving despite playing every game. Are you using any kind of custom training schedules? If so, which ones? There's various factors that can lead to that. And also, over how long of a period of time are we talking as well? Because you can't... Sometimes it can actually nearly happen overnight, but most of the time it doesn't. It's just a tech tracksuit. Yeah, man is about to acquire a con of was beaten up by manager in dressing room after match. I will also get that one. It will be criminal record 2030. Okay. I'm not sure what to tell you. Like I said, if you're using custom training schedules, which ones are you using? If they're not working, have you considered changing them? Because a lot of it can come down to training as well. Like, players will just develop naturally by themselves, of course, but training definitely helps. Yeah, the staff might not be assessing the potential correctly, especially if it's scouts giving you that. Sorry, if it's coaches giving you that, because sometimes coaches don't have the best JPA and CPA. Sometimes it's best to let the head of youth development give you that information, because he usually does have a good one. A letter like Justin. Thank you for the follow. Not using it right now. Oh, Christ. Yeah, I mean, having custom training schedules will make a huge difference. Default ones will still do okay, but the RDF ones are a different level of gravy. Like, sock, thank you for the follow. Don't know why I'm wearing socks today. Yeah, it's a shame you can't throw water bottles in the middle of the game, eh, because I'd be throwing them right now, specifically at Gertrude's head. Caliburn for the follow. So many follows today.
Oh, yes, very
I do appreciate it, though, chat. Thank you so much. And if you are new and you've enjoyed this weirdness today, then drop a follow. I'd appreciate that. Zenlos, how is it going? Or rather... not Zenlos, perhaps. Or is this like a different account?
Fiona!
Very irregular match schedules. When you say very irregular, define very irregular. Because I find that I, generally speaking, just use the... I think it's set up in a way that you can do... Zenos' friend. Well, welcome in, my friend. And White Man, thank you very much for the follow. We've got some... I know. You're absolutely right, James. We haven't had a shot since like the 5th or 6th minute here, which is actually kind of crazy. Ah, dear. This is just not this has not been our day. I do wonder if actually we'd have played better in the second half if we just left the tactic as it was, but, you know, you've got to do something, right? Is that going to be a corner? Okay, it's a corner to us. Match the rest. That's quite a lot. Which league are you managing in? Because I do wonder if that could be part of it too. The actual Champions League final half, yeah, and we're absolutely messing it up. But nevertheless, yes, we are here. Extremely toasty, Cocoa. It is currently, it's actually only 26 in here at the moment, but obviously you can understand in this. Oh yeah, Iceland does have quite compact fixtures, doesn't it? Because the season's quite short because it's so compacted. I don't know, but all I would say is that it's better to use some RDF than none. This is the final, yeah. Basically, players should be developing, unless they don't have the potential in the first place, right? If they're like a 5-star potential player, they should probably develop. Now, the personality could be a factor as well. Like, if they've got a poor personality and low professionalism, their development... You could have a guy with 200 PA and you do everything right and he doesn't develop in any way reasonably because of other factors, basically. Injuries can also play a part, but probably not that in this case, I suspect. Personalities, which is why I tend to target players with at least good professionalism. That's one of my crucial things. Right, keeper should have that. Yeah, I'd be amazed if we have another shot in this game. I might even just start whacking some crosses in early. And just shooting on sight and just trying to create something. Way too good for 7 seasons. Oh, how far have you gone? How's it gone? This sort of matches up exactly what happened in the last save. We lost our first Champions League final with MTK by 3-0. Admittedly, our team was much worse than this one. But this has just not been our day. I do wonder what would have happened if we'd either had a fully fresh Vida or a non-injured Krastev. Like, we're doing bits. This season was a bit of a fluke as to get as far as we did. So it's nice to show that we can get here. It's not a bad pass, actually, for Henry. But again, they just seem so slow even when they're not. This is season 15. The end of season 15. Just give me a shot. Just a shot or something. I just want to see us do something in this game. That's better. Right, come on, Markovic. This is a chance to do something. I mean, when they make decisions like that, I'm not sure what we could do tactically, honestly. Like, what was that? He just sort of... anything he does there as a human being, other than the thing he did there, would have been better. Legitimately. I think we now should be challenging in the latter stages of the Champions League on a regular. We should reasonably be expected to get in the top 8 most seasons now. Semi-finals at least on the regular. Final if things go really well. That's the sort of, I feel like, where we're at. And I feel like the team's still going to get better because there's players coming through that are still improving. Other guys are getting older, so their PPMs are going to be going up too. Not PPMs, sorry. Their mentals are still going to be increasing. Oh, Granelli's taking our man on. Oh, what a block from Gordon. The ranking currently is 10th. After this season, it'll be 10th in the coefficients. This has still been an absolutely insane season. For us to get 18.5 points in a season when our best ever was 13 before this, and we were losing our best ever year and replaced it with a year that is for the ages. I never thought we'd see another side from our league get to youth rating. I don't know, but it's really, really bad. And it won't have gone up at all during this save, I don't think. That's a great pass for Granelli. We need a tackle here, and we get it. Kadri has probably been the one player in this team that's actually still done himself proud. Him and Kamga, I would say. And again with the deflections. Good for Gordon, though. I like to see that from him. It's good to see that he's got the quality still. An 8-year Andy. Oh, for sure. He's played in the Champions League final for us. He deserves to stick around and end up on loan somewhere like Andy, who's gone on loan to Mostar. Going to be Moldova. Next year... for Building a Nation. No, because I'm probably not going to do Building a Nation next year because with the new move over to Unity, I suspect the mechanics of the game will change quite dramatically, and a lot of the things that we rely on to do Building a Nation will almost certainly not be workable next year. But it's just nice to do something different from time to time, right? That is this year, yeah. It's crazy. It feels like it's been coming for such a long time. It's nearly a year ago that they announced it. And I think they made a mistake, honestly, announcing it so early. Because I think it's actually dropped intensity. Unbuild the Nation, yeah. Minus 39 is, I believe, 221 or 219, because I'm at minus 32 at the moment. And I believe that is minus 30... No. Minus 32 is 226, I think. What replace man? We're going to do Outcast to Icons. That's a good save again from full. Much will change. I'm not sure. I think a lot will... I think it's more to do with like mechanics that we rely on for this. Things like the loan farm and the way that's going to be working. I'm not sure that'll be that easy, personally. I think a lot of that stuff will probably go. But we'll see, right? There's always something to fall back on, but I just thought it'd be nice to mix something up because we have done Building a Nation on stream now for 4 consecutive seasons. As God, Nacho makes it 4-0 to Manchester United. I mean, look. It's a real shame. I feel like we've not been good enough in this game. In addition, we've played much worse than we should have done, given the quality of our squad versus theirs. Like, they are better than us for sure, but given how we got to this final, it's unfortunate. No, we've not been FM'd at all. The first 3 goals were very annoying to concede, but we've not been FM'd. They've been the better side. We just haven't had anything for them today, and it's a shame. It's you expect us to play better with the quality of team we have in this game, but I think maybe it was just a case of, you know, the bright lights just kind of got to us. What an absolutely dreadful pass. Springtime!
A sad occasion. Have some money.
With the 11 months. Thank you, friend. I will cry myself on that later. Ah, dear. It's a hell of a way to go, though. Like, the season, even though we've not won either of the finals, just getting to finals this early in terms of the development of the save is absolutely fine. They've just not been at it today. Nobody's really had a good game. Kadri's probably the one passable defender that's played for us today. Espino's been pretty meh off the bench. He's offered very little, offered not a lot more than Jozanovic was when he was on the pitch. Gertrude's had an absolute nightmare. Kamga has been okay. Henry's done okay off the bench as well. Quasi's been shocking. Right, Lehovi, again blocked. Even Gordon's been okay. What was that about? Ah, dear. But it's fine. This might be one of our... This might, however, be the biggest defeat I've ever suffered in a Champions League final in FM. Currently, anyway. Just give us a goal. We've still not had a shot since... Wait. And I think we have had a shot at some point. But remember, we're on shoot on sight. And we've still not had a shot. Good clearance from Gordon again. Go on, Gordy, push it up. Zamet's not done that badly, considering what he's been thrown into here. I don't know whether he likes big matches or not. I'm not sure it really matters with him. Ah, dear. Yeah, enjoy Zuri for the next decade. He's going to get a nice 8-year contract off of this, though. Yeah, it's... I mean, is there anything more I could even do on those? I suppose we could play for... No, we don't want to do that. Fuck it, we're going to pass into space. Why not? I'm just messing with tactical instructions now. It's not going to make any difference. It's kind of crazy that you could play with shoot on sight on for half an hour and not register a shot. Like, we've been at least in shooting positions from time to time. That's better. Little 1-2 there. Quasi, there's a runner from Zamet. I mean, shit like that. The decision making on Quasi there to play that back all the way back to the goalkeeper instead of just popping it around the corner. It's just... Considering some of the decision making on these guys, it's a bit of a... Oh my... I mean, what can you do about that? Like, what on earth was that? Pereira's ghosted through. Garnacho drills it over the crossbar. Like, if they can't make a simple 3-yard pass, good luck doing anything else. This is just such a rep-rolly type game. And they've been way better than us, but we've certainly not exactly helped ourselves with that kind of passing. They've got shit less often, but the overall tactic will still outweigh that, generally speaking. And again, he's passed it to exactly where the Man United player is standing, when there's 2 perfectly good options on. Classes it through again. Right, breakaway. Can't complete a simple pass. He just can't complete a pass. And now he's fouled him. Quasi's had an absolute horrendous day here. Deary me. It's one thing losing a final. It's another one playing probably our worst performance in Europe this season. I'm trying to think. The only game in Europe this season that we played that we weren't the deserving winner of was the Manchester City away leg. Every other game we've been the better side. And bear in mind, Man United are worse than Man City. They didn't even get top 8 in the Champions League this year. Oh no, I think they are slightly better, aren't they? Neither of them got in top 8. Still better than that ammonia game. Yeah, that was a real kick in the teeth. But, you know, the journey is not done. This is just a pit stop on the journey, you know? Bevloy, thank you very much for the 18 months. I really do appreciate that.
Buy something from Dan Flashes for me, X.
Do I want to know what that is? 4-0's not even that unfair, really, when you look at the actual stats. Fool has had a pretty good game. I don't feel like he could be blamed for any of the goals. Oh, God.
Cooper, do not
Thank God that's offside. Get jiggy with it, 99. Thank you for the follow.
And I am programmed to get
It's a bit of both, Arizgo. They are good, but they're not that good in comparison to the players we've got. I suspect they are better than us, definitely. But bear in mind, think of the teams we beat on the way here. And it's a little bit of the occasion just getting to us, which is weird because, again, 9 of the 11 starting players have likes big matches as well. I find it was 1-0 in the end to Marseille. Complicated designs, I see. I would know nothing about that. The centre-back's passing has been really poor today. That and some of the midfield passing has been really bad. Our ability to find our fullbacks has just gone completely haywire. Starting F24 update instead of 24.4. Is there a 24.4? I thought the latest update was F24.3. Maybe there is. Or maybe it wasn't a database update. Yeah, we have kind of... I say bottle. I mean, you can't really bottle a final if you're playing this badly. Oh, compact space perk. You're right. We compacted it too much. Henry has not really done a lot since coming off the bench either. There's been no threat. Man United's goalkeeper has basically had nothing to do the entire day, basically. He's just completely devoid of any work. Dedicated database. Oh, there was. Oh, okay. Hello, Zim. As you can see, things are going poorly. It could be going bad. I mean, it could go worse if they bang this in. Oh my God, I thought that was in as well. I thought we were doomed. I thought it was over. Ah, dear. Yeah, I think we... But this is also why I feel like I think I made more changes than I should have done. This is why I tend not to make any changes if I really don't want to. And I think if we'd stuck with our original tactic, I think we probably would have actually created something. But you'll notice that all we've done since then is get worse. We've not suddenly got better or created any opportunities. Yeah. No wonder kids want to sign for you. I mean, at the end of the day, don't Hamburg start as a second-tier German side? So, I mean, I guess the question is, like, which Wonder Kids are you trying to sign? Well, the thing is, Vaughn, like, there's not going to be a lot left of today's stream because in a couple of days' time is the loan extension screen. And honestly, I'm tempted to call it, do that off stream and do a full transfer. Oh, no! And do a full transfer stream because that's going to take like 45 minutes of me just clicking buttons and not actually doing anything. That's the problem. Because it takes about 25 minutes to do normally. But with me being live, it would take a lot longer than normal. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on which sort of level of like Wonder Kids you're talking about, right? How has he lost the ball when it's literally in front of him? And how he's fouled his man as well? Gertz had a day for the ages. Finished 7th last season. True, but like I said, which Wonder Kids are you trying to sign? Like, do you think a 7th place Bundesliga side in real life would be able to sign Wonder Kids? I suppose is what I'm saying here. We like that. Like, trust me, you don't. But on the plus side, it would give us a full transfer stream on Thursday because the plan was to actually go ahead and just do the transfer stream today, but then we wouldn't actually get a lot of time to do it. And then we'd end up just jumping straight through, and I feel like it'd be more fun to do a full transfer stream. Rather fun piss ball. Bear in mind, it's the first time we've made the final. We were surprised to be here. They have played especially poor, is what I would say. They have played especially poor, even by our own standards. But I think part of that is me making tactical tweaks that we didn't need to make, but we were already kind of in the shitter at that point anyway. We were 3-0 down before we touched anything. Sweetie unfortunately lost 1-0, sadly. We are at least getting to this stage, yeah. Listed my club. Yeah, I mean, if that... Obviously, I'm assuming we're messing around, but like, if that was actually true, we'd have no players left after a while, right? Washington Capitals kind of performance, yeah. And Quasi has very much been Ovechkin today. One of those days. South America, as soon as I put a bin comes into science. Yeah. But that makes sense, wouldn't it? In real life, if Hamburg are in for you and Barcelona are in for you, who are you signing for? Like, that's just how it works. Sweet. Is that unfortunately? Well, it won't matter, really, because we were always going to be getting second just because of playing in this game. Take them back to Malta. Yeah, when's game 2? We'll have them in 7, chat. Worry not. Unless the puck deflects off the boards really weirdly and then Pasternak scores. But, you know. Yeah, sorry. It's true. If we were playing as Manchester City, this would have been done. Romero gets sent off in the 18th minute. That's a very Romero thing to do, admittedly. I like that that's there, you know? Ain't got food. I mean, you're not wrong, Kevin. You're not wrong. Or do they? You're telling me you've never had fried Barcelona? Philistine. Oh, the player character. I wonder if this is maybe a language thing. Do you mean like the attributes or like personalities? Because those are two different things, of course. And if you mean attributes, then it will depend heavily on the role the player plays, basically. So like finishing is going to be less important on a goalkeeper than it is on... The goalkeeper doesn't have that as it would be on a striker, I suppose. No, we won't, Volda. Hadrian did some tests last time and we found out that actually what's going to happen is we'll get a guaranteed group stage spot for next season. Like, as in us personally, Sirens. Oh god, where are the defenders? Matter of the manager. Oh, they could do. Or the player character. Maybe, yes. Oh, right, okay. No worries, Echo. I figured that might be the case. That's why I was checking. The ones I find are quite important are things like motivating and people management, because I find that if you've got those really high, players listen to you more and you can get more out of them in team talks. But honestly, the other ones for like general coaching stuff can be quite important, especially if you're at a lower league side, because that will really help with the coaching of the development of the players. I mean, keepers don't score every game. Other than that one random... Do you remember when we played... Either it was an outfield player that we played in goal, or it was a goalkeeper that we played up front and he scored, and then he complained about being played out of position immediately afterwards. Go on, Gordon. Ball in from Gordon. Oh, what a cross! But yeah, also, if you're going to be bidding on these wonder kids, maybe the best time to do it is, like Kermit says, certainly between like March and May, definitely. Outside the windows is key. What's it off? Oh dear. Absolute disgrace. Didn't have a single shot after that. That's actually mad. But that right there, if you want a nutshell as an explanation as to why you don't randomly change tactics with absolutely no pathway, it's kind of like saying, oh, I'm a bit lost here. Let me put random letters into my sat-nav and see if that helps me get to where I'm going. That's sort of how I considered making those changes in the game. So it's sort of a learning curve for us there, I suppose. SGTVP, thank you for the follow.
It's
and
good,
Gods
you came in
Among Us.
summer. In winter,
Keep a goal each year. I mean, you're not wrong. We haven't had a keep a goal for a while. So what does I have to do? I have to click the referee. No? Where's the referee? It works in the last game. Oh, there it is. Wow! That human being there. Look at his hair. Also, why is he apparently... Look at his bright. I love it. Rupert Grint is presenting the trophy. Fair play. Oh. Punch the ball into the... Yeah, I've seen that happen, Monarch. I've seen that happen multiple times. Not in my saves, but I've seen clips of it happening. I think it's because once the goalkeeper's in the penalty area, they just behave like a goalkeeper because the game doesn't know how to handle them. It's Pennywise, yes! It does. Oh, that's perfect. That was less than perfect. I want to see the XG chart for this game, because that was utterly shocking. Sweden did better than us. Yes, they did, in the sense that they only lost by 1 goal. You know, we got to the final. That's all we could be hoping for. I think maybe if I'd left the tactic alone, maybe we'd have not lost the game by as much. Maybe we would have scored a goal. But at the end of the day, those first 3 goals were just match engine nonsense, really. They were the better side than us, but I say net match engine. The penalty was a penalty. It's just a silly decision. It's a real shame. But we do get 13 million and 1.5 million and 11 million. So that's nice. It is always nice to get 25 million pounds. But particularly as he wasn't even a good player. I don't think we were unlucky. I think it was just one of those days, really. How much do we owe the team? Oh! I was expecting that to be loads, but apparently not. Yeah, not a single goal scored by a Maltese side today is a little bit stressful, I must admit. But, see what that should push us to 18.5. Yes, it does. So we do get number 2 on the year. That is unbelievable. For the 12th placed nation to get number 2 on the year is crazy. Contract got left. I think I actually just signed a new one. I say just, probably like a year ago. It's weird when that happens, Songy Flannel. It happens to me a lot, I find. It just crashes and I'm like, oh no. How long have I got left? Yeah, 3 years left on the current deal. Not a problem. Denmark doing some numbers as well, for sure, yeah. Yeah, but they were like 5th, weren't they? Because I was, yeah, not bad. 27 year. Basically, that's England with 8 teams in Europe and getting like 5 teams qualify for there's such a huge boost for getting knockout qualification in the Champions League. It's crazy. It's like the equivalent of 2 wins. And if you get 5 teams doing it, that's like 10 free wins basically. And so it really matters a lot. That's why we were actually, I believe, top of the whole Europe with 1 game to go in the group stages. But then the moment it finished, because England had all those teams go through, they just get dumped in and get like 6 points out of nowhere. We call it the England cheese. But it actually happens with Spain, Germany, and the others as well. That's the thing. It's always very difficult in those. Next should be a non-European build nation. It won't. I can assure you of that. 0.62. What, for the 4 points? Yeah, I suppose you're probably right, actually, yeah. Depends on how many teams they have in Europe. Workshop database that have more lower leagues. For this save, we didn't use that. I very rarely ever use anything from the Steam Workshop, ironically. I normally use things from, like, fan sites, which often is on the Steam Workshop as well. I just prefer to look through those. But in this one, this was custom created by Hadrian from chat with very specific requirements. We can see the season recap for once, I think. Maybe. Although, I might have to stop this before we get to the loan extension screen, because that is literally just going to be a full, like, 45 minutes of me doing nothing. And I don't think that's particularly good for content. Perez got the golden boot. Fans are... And I believe that you were compensated with classic football shirts. If that wasn't enough, I do apologise. I'll pay you next time. Biggest overachievers. Not a surprise, really. Yeah, young player of the season as well. He's still only 22. It's weird. At no point in that game did it feel like he had 18 acceleration and 17 pace. Like, at no stage. Yeah, I can't believe some of the stuff I was able to find for you. I was just looking at, like, some of the stuff I wanted the weirdest things I could find on classic football shirts for you. Hello, Saz. Right. So, Perez wins... Oh, no. Absolutely robbed. Hambusher as well. These are... what a great name. Bjarke Jepsen. An English Dane. Oh, it's because he came through at Blackburn. But born in Skovshoved. Cool. It's... Yeah, it's like... But at no point did it feel like Perez had any pace in that game, despite being up against quite slow centre-backs. Shame. Right. Let's see what we can actually get to. Oh, okay. Got one of those as well. What's good is that this is Saz24, ironically, made by himself in chat. Mr. Saz. It's brilliant. New work permit, and he couldn't achieve it. That's annoying, that in the middle of a contract to have that problem. Right. Oh. Okay. Oh, he's cheap. Very cheap, in fact. Probably won't sign for us anytime soon, but... And what a name. Øyvind Fluger Havsgaard Martinsen. Or... OFHM? Wait. OFHM, you with your titties. There you go. Sorted. Memes for the future. Marcus Torberg. Oh, okay. Something a bit there, perhaps. And then Marco Buhats. Ask the agent. He's 16. He's not going to sign for us. And I'm aware I could ask the agent. He doesn't actually even have an agent, as it goes. Great name, though. Really great name. This is a safe word from Eurotrip. Wait, Kirkalair of Nasher. Oh, yeah. Someone mentioned that, actually. Yeah. There's a Nashar player in there. Do you know what? For a Maltese youth prospect, he ain't bad. But someone also mentioned they saw a... Oh, no, yeah. Oh, there's this guy, Omar Gomez. What a fucking signing. Check him out. This was the guy, right? Someone mentioned earlier there was a guy of Nashar. This was him, right? Look at the state of him. Omar Gomez of... Do you think the reason he's got that name is because of James Gomez? There was a Gambian centre-back called James Gomez, who I had on many saves before. He was free. Free transfer. From Mufa Academy. In Gambia. Fair. But he's also wanted by all of those other teams. No, we got absolutely clapped in the final. We lost 4-0. Conceded 3 very annoying match engine goals and then just kind of fell apart after that. That's really nice. Yeah, I remember Luter. One of the guys we're signing this summer used to be a Luter player. I'll show you him now. Where is he? It's Dragon. No, Draman. This guy here. Draman Fafana. This guy here used to play for Luter. He went to to Philadelphia Union for £93,000, which is awful. And we're buying him back to Malta for 6.2 million because look at the state of him. 6'6", 17 jumping reach, wonderful physicals and mentals, decent technicals. He's still only 20. I really like him. I think he's fabulous. And the fact that Luton signed him off their own back from JMG. JMG, by the way, is a... If anyone said to me in this save, what's the club in Africa that's producing the best talent? It's JMG. They have produced some absolutely godlike talent so far in this save. Like, really good players that we can get really cheap as well. When would you start doing team report scouting? I would honestly say, start picking it up the moment you can scout outside the country you're in. Or once the amateur scouting starts to fall off a little bit. But I feel like if you're a Deportivo, you're probably not going to be doing that. So, honestly, with Deportivo, you could probably start straight away. 17 jumping reach ain't bad. For 6'6", you'd expect a little bit more. But, Christ. Wadi Degler. Yeah, Degler's been a bit okay. Brass series are great as well. That's why we got that guy last save. Obviously, General Ashton. I can finally get this fucking tie off. Oh. Yeah, I think it's just because Luton at the time, obviously, lower reputation. And hopefully, the values of the players in Malta will start going up for the other teams too. And that will help. I can't do the button. Oh, I can breathe again, chat. Agnev, thank you for the follow.
So I tell the swamp
oh, it came up before the notification, so that's that. Has played for JMG. Yeah, can do. Or can you? No, I don't know if you can, actually. Do you know what? Now's a good time to find out. Let's clear this for a second, see if we can figure it out. I don't know if that is a thing you can do. In fact, I'm almost certain you can't do that, right? You can do based club, but you can't do, like... Yeah, but the thing is, we're looking for players who've played for them at some point rather than are playing for them currently. Maybe homegrown at... Oh, that's an interesting... That's a thought, actually. I don't know if you can do that. Train at club? Yeah. The question is... Homegrown status. Yeah, but that's... Train at club... Ah, here we go. Wow, imagine if you could do this. There it is. Watch there be no players. What? What? Well, I mean, this is a lie. Hello, Pog. Maybe it's the wrong type? That's Sirens again. Stop it. Oh. No interest in transfer. I've got that ticked off. Huh. Maybe there's no homegrown trend at club thing in Mali because it's not part of Europe. That would be my guess. And because it's an unloaded league, true. Because the homegrown trend at club stuff really matters more for European contention and set to under 18. What? The only unloaded league club. Well, we know that would work because that's just Sirens. Like, for example, we can see that. Oh dear. Wait, Pog, what did you say? A permanent one, possibly? What do you mean, Pog? Training club wasn't much. Yeah. I don't think that... Unless it could be one of these weird ones where it does the opposite. Club transfer history. That's true, yeah. I suppose I wondered if there was a quick way of doing it, because sometimes in FM there are like really weird ways of doing it. Academy JMG. Isn't that what we were looking for? I'm trying to... A permanent oi oi? I mean, maybe. Sack Liam Rossini? No way! Someone says promotion of the car. Oh, right, yes.
Where I parked my car.
Kian Hen, thank you very much for the follow. Why else JMG? Because we were trying to find players that had played for JMG in the past, and we were trying to see if there was a way to do that by filtering by players trained at JMG. That was the idea, anyway. Ooh, we're lucky. I guess international stuff? Yeah. Let me just flick it to not. Okay, sometimes flicking things to not in FM has the opposite stuff. Right, so that won't work. Who's got the highest rep of... Oh, of course it's Abdul Ndoye. Tony Sunday. Ooh, we're lucky. Wait, you play for Flamengo? Okay, that one I did not see coming. Also, Uwe Lucky plays for Flamengo. We gave him to Slovan Bratislava. And he's just gone from Slovan Bratislava to Flamengo. That's wild. Hajdara, seen decent years ago. Yeah. Do we win? No, we lost 4-0 in the end. Where do you think he is now? Hang on. Boca Juniors. I think so, Lord Justin, impossibly. We'll be able to work that out easily if we just type in, like, Arsenal or something. Yeah, he's done well there. There we go. We'll have England. Yeah, no, it does work with Arsenal too. Oh, they got a Tanzanian dude. Oh, of course they do. It's Nestori, yeah. It's because Ndoye has played a lot of international. And then again, they're both from African nations. Maybe he won, like, AFCON, perhaps? Who's at Melbourne? That would have been Michael Byrne, I think, if that's who you're referring to anyway.
So I tell the swamp.
Oh no, these are former players, right?
Before I give her a tonk in a tradesman's
Kurt Smith.
And have a lick me yarbles.
Oh, I remember Kurt Smith. He was the CU Academy guy, yeah. 22 years old, retired. That's wild, actually, yeah. Tyrannotoro, thank you for the follow. Huh. Yeah, he did quite a long career at Western City Wanderers as it goes. That will probably be filled with friendlies. I'm just trying to work out when that actually is. Oh, yeah. It's weird because you can play matches in this period, but it doesn't let you schedule the games until a certain point in the season for some reason. So we'll start with that. Just get those in. Plus, this is going to do that thing where it only lets us play against 3 random multi... Oh, no, it will. Sometimes it only lets you play against, like, 2 different Maltese sides and then, like, 2 random Canadian teams for some reason. Never heard... you don't know about Kurt Smith, fake fan. It didn't go well. We lost 4-0. We were really, really, really bad, sadly. But that's just going to happen sometimes. Their first 3 goals were very annoying to concede, but after that, we just got worse and worse, sadly. Job in the mines? Yeah, probably, yeah. Right, I'm trying to remember where I've got to stop this. Oh, I hate saying that, man. Such a shame, bro. That's... Oh, that's the players joining us on the 9th of June. We get to see... Hey, chat! We get... This glitches out so bad. Anything interesting? Board confidence. B-. A+. Damn fucking right. C+. Won the trophy. C+. I love how they're more excited about us winning the Super Cup than they are about us winning the FA Cup. Bastards. Everyone's favourite screen chat. Oh, don't get me started on the manager timeline. It's coming. Collecting dubs on the timeline. Is that actually in there? I skip it so quickly that I never noticed it before. Notable match to remember. Oh, yeah. Oh, good luck, Povey. Can we talk about match to remember? A 1-1 draw with Bayern Munich in which they scored their only shot on target. Not us beating Man City 4-0. No, a 1-1 draw against Bayern Munich. What a game. Now that makes sense, but 3-3 draw for the goal of the season. Okay, weird. Yeah, I mean, we remember it, I suppose. There's that. Nope, that was like match day 4. It was a random draw where we deserved better from the game as it goes. Sponsorship's up slightly, broadcast revenue's up slightly, corporate money's up, competition prize money is doubled this year, which is fantastic, which will happen when you go through. No new sponsorship deals, match day income's up a little bit. Padilla, number 9. New reputation, bit of a rep bump, that'll be nice for us. Curious to check on Sweetie as well. Resident Affiliate Clubs. It's not a bad idea, actually, Steve. I think they can still trigger it, but that is a really interesting shout. Oh, here we go. Manager timeline. Where's collecting dubs? Show me the dubs. Remembered forever. Oh, right. I was going to say, I'm not dead. Hang on. Sorry. Just to clarify. Thanks for the help. So, Uri Lahovi thanking me is in my managerial timeline. I remember that time a player thanked you. Wait, twice. Is Janusz having an affair with Uri Fahovi? Like, what? It's got like a collage of him on the wall. Oh, best feature, I know. What a feature, mate. Signed the king. All right, fair enough. 3 prospects arrived for 7.5 million. He's a very nice guy. Didn't thank you for player of the year. Nah. screw me on that one, I guess. Wow. Oh, has it gone? Did I say the ting? Oh, it didn't say the ting. I actually gave the game the benefit of the doubt. I just assumed it wouldn't say that. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, put it on his timeline, but it ain't on my timeline, right? Season review. Wait, what's that? Oh, shit. I've triggered it again. What have I done? Oh, God, it's put it... Hang on, I want to see this myself now. God, it does say sign the ting. Life comes at you fast, chat. Oh, let's see. Have we lost any fans? No, we've actually gained 1.3 million. One time we had our best ever Champions League season and lost like 500,000 followers. Apparently someone got cancelled. The hardcores are down by 9%. The family are down by 21%. Fuck the family. The fair weathers are up, as are the core. Big up the core. We'll accept the current vision because we've lost track of what that even is these days. Hey, it's everyone's favourite, the season plan for next season. Nothing else to talk about. My favourite feature this season that they added to FM was the ability to say I don't have anything to say in these meetings. Now I just need the ability to not do the meeting in the first place. Can I not send my assistant to this? Wait, I didn't realise you could choose that. That's the first time I've actually been offered that opportunity. Wow, another recruitment analyst chat. Oh, we get to do map men on Thursday as well. No offers 14 players. That's a shame. Obviously a bit too soon for that one. We're the 2026 team now. I bet you they're all retired. What have we got? So, let's have likes of Dick, who is a technical director at Sirens. Thomas Randrup, who is... Sorry? Wait. Hang on a second. Wait, what? Do you remember, during the group stage, someone called Randrup scored for Copenhagen, and someone went, is that our former Randrup? And I went, no, of course it's not our former Randrup. Turns out it was. That's amazing that Thomas Randrup's actually playing for, I mean, not playing very often, for FC Copenhagen, but actually scored in the Champions League for them this season. The Dark Matter trailer. Oh, I'm so excited for Dark Matter. Like, I'm so excited for that fucking show. What else we got? We're lucky we already know about. And Wusu's now for Olympic Lyon. Wait. Oh, yeah, we knew about that as well. Yeah, he was the Randrup that scored, yeah. What else we got? And Wusu there. Ronnie Shallow is at Eintracht Frankfurt. Good man. Well, also not good man because he's a bellend, but sure. Mohamed Afifi. Bless Mohamed Afifi. I'd totally forgotten about old Afifs. Yeah, he fell off real hard, didn't he? What else we got? Shazley still at the Galaxy. Who? Was he one of the guys we took on loan for like one season? Yes, he was. Lucas Seifert. I always thought he was going to be better. Oh shit, he's actually worth like 11 million quid. I felt like Seifert never really developed. He actually looks quite decent now, but I had higher hopes for him. Moritz Bremer, oh my god. One of the biggest wastes of money in this entire save was Moritz Bremer. However, had we been playing the system we play now, I reckon he'd have actually killed it. But he was on a lot of money at this club. Way more than... And Roll Platt! There he is, he's at Perth Glory. With his 10 caps for Malta and 2 goals. Wow, he actually got 12 goals for Perth Glory. On loan from... Wait. Are you still contracted to... He's still contracted to Hibernians. Oh... That's quite cheap for Saudi, isn't it? Oh, that's Qatar, right? Yeah, fair enough. Lucas Marza, still doing bits. 98, that's not actually that good, is it? Carrera, where are you these days? He was another player. I thought he was going to be the next Montiel, honestly. Hal Benkers, thank you for the follow. That's a pretty bad flight, I can imagine, yeah. What else we got? Boalo? Oh, yeah, he was the other centre-back guy that we had. Alongside, Bert Viziev. I love how they're saying that. Where is he now? He still plays for Asian Melons. He's just on loan. Shows you how long Bert's been at the club, though. What else we got? And Lucic, obviously, who's now at Hamrun. Although, not for much longer, apparently. 400 grand. That's not bad money. Yeah, he hasn't really developed beyond that. He does turn out for them. You're not wrong. And Mateus Diaz, who has just been released by... Wait, no. But yeah, he's been released by Marsa. God, he's been around the block a little bit, hasn't he? was at Zabar, then was loaned to Floriana. No, we loaned to Zabar. He went to Floriana for free, and now he's not even played in 2 years at Marsa in the top flight. That shows you how far we've got. Is Jar Jar in there? Oh yeah, Jar Jar, who still plays for Hibernians, albeit I don't suspect he plays very much for them. No. He was... Wow, he's really weird. Did a season at Valletta, didn't really play, but he got 8 assists in 8 starts, which ain't bad. And now he's basically barely playing for Hibernians. He hung around a long time, in fairness to him. Yes, we did play it earlier, Bulgarian Special. We lost 4-0. It was a bad time. Lots of contracts set to expire, but that's all fine. I'm happy to let that happen, because we got no choice anyway. It wasn't super unlucky. I mean, some of the goals were a bit unlucky. Staff contracts are fine. Oh, no. Oh, no, we're okay, we're okay. So it's another... Oh, it's seats this time, though. 2,800 seats. So at least our actual capacity for Champions League is going to go. No, it's okay. As long as I go to the 2nd of June, Vaughan, it'll be fine. That's when I need to stop all play. Although maybe it would be safe if I did just stop now. I'll get Farage Farage ticked off on that one as well. We've got a lot of money, which means we can do even more fodder signings in the summer. There's the reminder to extend all loans for tomorrow. I'm surprised you've got interest from anybody, bruv, after the way you played in that Champions League final. Juve want fall. Okay. Christ, is that just every single player under the sun that's been linked with us now? Holy shit. Recent Malta national team. Right, let's have a little look. So I'm going the longest way possible to the Maltese national team. They haven't played any more games lately, have they? I don't think. No, they've got... This Nations League group intrigues me, though. I wonder if there's actually something to be had for that, and maybe they could finish above North Macedonia, because they have done before. So the recent lineups: Panazzo, Armando Perez, Mourinho, Matthew Side, Mamadou Sal, Carpentier in there too, Bebeto, who I've no familiarity with, never played for us. In fact, he's on loan. What is it with Maltese sides sending players on loan to Australia? MacArthur and the boys will not leave them alone. Hugo Leonardo, who again is... who's also on loan at Melbourne Victory. Nieto, who plays for Girona now. And then Medina, who's still on loan from us, actually, as it goes. And then Gerber. Oh, yeah. Salif Gerber. I forgot about him. Yeah, where's Carpentier? They're all either playing for Maltese sides or on loan at Australians. Got any loans, mate? He's actually turned into quite a good player. Only 1 cap. 50 on clause. I like it. But it depends. It depends how bad you need the money. Not even on loan, no. Just fully there. How about Matthew Pace? He's still... Oh, Matthew Pace. He just wasn't that good. Other guys came along and were just better than him, basically. And I think he is still on loan. Which Matthew Pace? It's this one. No, wait. It's got to be this one, right? Yeah. This is the original best player that we got. Yeah, ignore Vita. No, Vita's not even been in the squads the last couple of times. Apparently. It's weird. In this save, Australian clubs will just constantly try and hoover up your loan players, in fairness. Orientate boy. Oh, he's not there yet. Etienne Galea is only like 16 years old. He's not going to get anywhere near the national team anytime soon. From a guess he's unemployed. No, he manages Manchester United. They just beat us in the Champions League final. Oh, yeah, I had to close the lookups on that just because otherwise we'd get people requesting stuff in the middle of the game. But I'll check him in a second anyway. Parche. Oh, okay. It's one of those names that... It's one of those ones where, like, once I learn the name, how to say it properly, I'm still going to say it wrong just because it makes sense. Just because it's, like, a name that has, like, a meaning outside of just being a name, I suppose. John T. Elmer, thank you for the follow. It's kind of like, there was another guy we had like that with it. Had the exact same thing. Aussie players... He's Matt Pace. So... What was I going to check? Oh, yeah, Peter. To be fair, he's probably my shortlist anyway. Wait, where's Peter? Chat, have we lost Peter? No, don't tell me he's desperate. Oh, there he is. That's him. Right? That's got to be him. There's Vladislav to play. Yeah, Vladislav Shits technically still plays. He's being released this summer, actually. Will he talk? Like he's got an agent, is it? Unable to complete the move. Maybe the Gibraltar has separate rules. We lost 4-0, unfortunately, Coax. It was not a good time. No, we got absolutely twatted in the end. We scored an own goal, then one where 2 of our defenders stopped moving, and then we gave away a dodgy penalty. We gave away a penalty, and then we just kind of threw shit at the wall trying to get ourselves back into it and conceded a fourth goal, which was just bad defending. It just wasn't our day. The moves we made just really didn't do the trick for us, sadly. Just was not to be. So we're going to finish slightly earlier today because the only thing left that I can do right now is loan extensions, and that would literally take up the rest of the stream with just loan extensions. So I'm going to do that off stream, come back on Thursday for a full proper transfer stream instead of trying to get it today. I will try to remember to do that, Steve. Yeah, put it in Discord. I'll remind myself of that. But thank you so much for joining me today. Even if it's not gone exactly how we'd hoped, we will have better luck next time. We literally can't have much worse than a 4-0 defeat in a Champions League final, right? Sweetie lost 1-0, unfortunately. Didn't have a shot on target. Sorry, didn't have a shot until the 85th minute. New York Rat, thank you very much for the follow. Let me find someone to raid. It's an opportunity for me to send you lovely people over to someone else. And I'm thinking that person is... Ooh, who do we do? We're going to do JM Thoughts. Because he's in stream sometimes. Oh, I can take this fucking jacket off now as well. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, friends. Going to be working on that agent video tutorial thingy tomorrow, so that's going to be intriguing. Yeah, if you have enjoyed this, drop a follow. That would be appreciated. But actually, I might go for a walk or a run or something because it's really nice outside. So that might be a plan for me for the time being. So yeah, see you lovely people on Thursday. We'll do a full proper transfer stream then, as if it's like a normal one, basically. That way we don't miss out on... Because otherwise we'd have been doing loan extensions for the next half an hour to 45 minutes, and then we'd basically end up with nothing to do anyway. Walk in the blaze as if I'm going to do that. I might even change shirt. I've sweated right through it. Probably looked at the two goals on the 2D engine to see what really happened there. I'm not sure what you mean. They won't suddenly not be goals. Hang on, is this the "it would have been onside in 2D" meme for real? The own goal is still going to be an own goal in 2D. The players that stop moving is still going to... they're still going to have stopped moving in 2D, sadly. We would have won in Unity, chat! We would have! Our players would work in 2D. I can feel it. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I will see you guys on Thursday for full transfer stuff. We've got big business to do as we get ourselves back to winning and hopefully have another good season, right? So I'll see you guys soon. Hold your gun, capybara, and always, as always, Carlisle, honey. Wait.